seeing our vision so clear. Dark Lord, Jack Daddy, knowledge supreme. Bobby A1 needs mountain dream. Lord, scuba camera haunting our show. Together we reveal the fear we bestow. Jump scares and monsters looking in the dark. Gore and more team ready to embark.
What's going on, Gorehounds, and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. I'm your not so mean fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D. I should have said puffed Master Supreme. Damn, I fucked that up.
Oh, way to go.
Yep, bringing this shit show in. However, I don't bring the shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved Buster Brothers. Started off with that Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy, all the way down from the Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Crispin.
Hey, what's up, bitches?
And we have from the Dirty South that Lord Scuba Cabra, that Dean of the Seas, the host with the ghost, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What's going on, baby?
And we have that delicious Meat Mountain, but you also know him as that Killing Machine, coming in from a different location tonight, but chilling in AC. Bob, we got you. Okay, there we are. He's a little closer for me.
Yeah,
but you're good.
Wi-Fi started getting a little wonky, but I'm here.
All right, and Mr. Ramone, everybody. There you go. So we are
Good evening.
We're gonna have a fun episode tonight. It's been one that I know we've been waiting to cover since we did the first one. And fantastic movie to end the year out in, for sure. For multitudes of reasons, or at least two good ones, for sure. Christmas and New Year's, right?
Yep.
Get it all. And that would be,
Yes.
We are talking 1989's Ghostbusters 2. Little movie, you may have heard of it. I don't know. But before we do that, we're going to do what we always do. And we're going to talk about what we did in the last weekend or didn't do. I don't know. But Mr. Vasquez, if you could, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life.
God damn, I need to turn my headphones down on that one.
My bad. I'm back
No.
up.
No, you don't apologize for that. That was
Yeah,
that
never
was just,
apologize.
I wasn't ready for it.
That's like if your neighbors come to your house because they heard you and your wife screwing. Never apologize. Just say thank you.
You're welcome.
You're
Oh, fucking A. And before we do this, if anybody's watching, if you could do us a solid, give us a huge share. That would be fantastic. So, Chad Daddy, the reins in your hands, buddy.
Well,
How you been?
I've not been too bad. I've been off work, on my little break since we left early on Christmas Eve, and I'm just in the middle of it. I'm still off till next Monday, which is pretty fucking sweet. I don't have anything planned. So I gotta say, as if there was any doubt that I was knocked out of Whamageddon before, I got like triple knocked out 2 days in a row. The 2 days before Christmas at work. Like, I heard Wham 3 times each day. And then on top of that, I heard All I Want for Christmas Is You 3 times each day.
Ugh.
So yeah, I was in Christmas fucking hell.
I'd rather hear Wham than All I Want for Christmas Is You, though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
The funny thing is, I really don't mind either song that much. It's
right. It's not that I like you hate Wham. Maybe you do, but it's more of just the whole like trying to avoid it.
yeah. Trying to avoid it is the fun. of
Yeah,
it.
no, agree. Yes.
When it happens, dude, you're
Yes.
so mad, but you're not mad that you heard this. You know what I mean? Like, you're just mad that you're out of the game. You're like,
Yeah,
damn.
you're like, damn it. Like, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Steph has been like 3 years going strong that she hasn't been knocked out, so she's good. Damn it.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Oh god.
crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
I don't know.
I figured like she would like listen to it on purpose almost, dude. Like
No.
to try to get you.
Oh no. No.
Okay. Fair enough.
No, she takes it quite seriously. So let's see. Yeah, so Christmas happened. I got some pretty cool swag. I got let's see, the wife got me Marvel vs. Capcom collection for the Switch, so I've got that going on. Dude, I forgot how fucking hard those games are.
Fuck yeah, dude. They're ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's still fun as hell.
What else? You get like what? The Punisher on there too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's the
okay.
Punisher, then there's all the versus Capcom versus Street Fighter games, all of those. Like, it's legit everything that's on the arcade 1-up cabinet, except it has that one Super Nintendo X-Men game
Children of the Atom, right?
Yeah. No. Children of the Atom was the arcade beat 'em up. It was X-Men.
Apocalypse?
I think so.
Dude, if it's got fucking X-Men Apocalypse on there, I will buy that for that
doesn't.
game alone.
It doesn't. It doesn't have that.
Oh.
No.
Damn. I was gonna say, I was like, bro, I used to have that game. That was if we're talking about the same one, where you played as either Cyclops, Psylocke, Beast, right?
Yeah.
And Wolverine. Was there 5?
I think so.
Yeah, there was 5. Okay. Yeah, dude. That shit was
That was a good game. Oh, and so
Soundtrack was
aside from that, so the wife got me a new Fitbit because mine was old and beat up.
noise.
Yeah, so I was sitting there just goofing around with it Saturday when we went to bowling and found out that there's different you can download different free versions of different clocks for the main face. I don't know if you can see the one that I have.
Nice.
It's a Pip-Boy.
Pip-Boy? Yep, that's
Yeah.
the one my wife's got.
Ooh,
Nice.
And up in the upper corner, I changed the picture.
I like that.
Scuba Steve, can you see what it is?
I can see it's Bandit. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
John, we can't hear you, buddy.
Oh,
My bad. I muted myself.
There we go.
No, I was gonna say shout
about
out
to
to all
say,
the
there you go.
homies in the chat.
What's up,
we see you
gentlemen?
there.
And
Much
possibly
love.
some ladies
Yes.
out there, whoever else is listening in along.
Yes, I see the 2 ladies are on there, Steph and Rebecca. So thank you for watching.
Did you guys notice that Heather hasn't watched our show in months?
in months. I was thinking
Right.
about that the other day.
Dude, I don't think she's watched
Yeah.
since we left fucking
Project Louder.
Project Louder.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, shit happens.
I mean,
But we're still
we're still I'm
active.
just
We're
kind of
still
curious
going.
as to what the hell happened.
Maybe
I'm
she's
lucky-
living
I'm
an
lucky-
honest life.
I'm lucky if I hear from her like once a month anymore.
But you know, it's even like RoboFuck. RoboFuck hasn't watched in a long time.
It's all right, man. That's just how shit goes, right, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Trying to
guess.
swing it out.
Eh,
It's all
shit
good.
happens.
I don't think Robo watched every time. Like he watches it whenever he can, but I don't think he's like always available to watch it.
Yeah.
So let's see what else has been going on. Just really been sitting around. I got the wife got me this Avatar Frontiers of Pandora game for the PS5. I just started that. That's actually pretty fun.
Dude, I heard that game itself looks amazing.
So far, it does. I haven't got too deep into it, but yeah, it's really like the colors and everything just really pop.
Nice.
It's really
Nice.
Let's see. Not much else has been going on. Just been chilling with the kids. They got a lot of board games, so I've been playing a lot of those.
Sweet.
I don't think there's been much else going on. It's been pretty relaxed, and like I said, I got the next week off, and I'm not gonna do anything.
Word. Nice.
So, Scuba Steve, I'll put the ball in your court.
Let's see. I enjoyed Christmas. We had a great Christmas. It was weird celebrating my first Christmas without my oldest daughter here. Like I said last week, we did our Christmas with her early, but it was just weird having everybody else here and not having her here. I went ahead and didn't know what to cook for Thanksgiving dinner. So what I ended up doing was making just a whole bunch of like Mexican delicacies. And, you know, we had menudo, we had barbacoa, we had tamales, all the foods that are just Mexican delicacies. I said, you know what? I'm going to make it myself. And so we did, and we ate really, really good. And got some really cool gifts from my wife and my kids. They got me some really cool stuff. So they started off at the beginning of December with the only gift I thought I was going to get, which was the 75-inch TV that I got in my living room. Came home. They didn't know how they were going to wrap it. So they were like, here you go. So that's all I was expecting. I wasn't expecting anything else. Mel got me some cool stuff. We're still waiting on my Terrifier 3 Steelbook to come in because Amazon screwed her over on that. It was supposed to be delivered on December 17th, and it's not getting delivered until today. So I guess the Amazon strike did kind of put a damper on some things.
Oh, yeah,
people were
different-
expecting to get.
That just reminded me of the little Christmas miracle I had on Christmas Eve. I got a certain little Terrifier ornament in the mail.
Yeah, you did,
Yeah.
buddy. Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. And I don't know
Thank
why the hell
you,
it took
too,
so long.
I don't know, UPS, it gets slowed down during the holidays. So I
Yeah.
guess
But I'm just glad you got it before Christmas.
Oh, dude, it was great. It was a Christmas
Oh,
miracle. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, no problem.
Love it.
So
Terrified
I'm
Christmas.
opening up gifts. Mel got me this really cool knife set. Like days before Christmas, I started throwing stuff away. Old pots and pans that she's had for years, old pots and pans that I've had for years, that when we moved together, we just kind of combined everything and we just had an overabundance of pots and pans.
That'll
Started
happen.
throwing stuff away because she had seen this on TV, or as seen on TV, pots and pan set that had like this diamond lined thing or whatever that heats up really fast. She fell in love with it. She wanted it so bad. I bought her that gift set, or the set of pots and pans or whatever. So I was also going to buy her a knife set, but I didn't last minute. I was like, you know what? It's fine. Like, I got her enough stuff. She's, it's going to be fine. So then I'm opening up my gifts and there's one really heavy gift. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I open it up and I start laughing because it's a Drew Barrymore knife set. And so I'm like, I was totally going to buy you new fucking knives. Like, I had a whole plan. She's like, well, you got me something that everybody's going to use. I got you something that everybody's going to use.
Wait. When you say Drew Barrymore, like, is she etched on it? Or like,
No,
wait
it's
a
like her
minute.
brand. It's like her brand of knives.
oh,
Okay.
Yeah, she
Well-
has like a brand of, like how Rachel Ray had like a cookware set and shit. Drew Barrymore has one else
It
as
should-
well,
why
they
fucking
should've-
Drew Barrymore?
because she's a
Yeah,
TV
that is pretty
host.
random.
Yeah, but is she like a cooking TV host?
I think they do recipes and stuff on her show every once. in
No,
a
that
while.
makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
It
Now you're just
it
slapping-
kind of does if you think about it for a
If you-
second.
listen,
Ah.
listen. That's where I thought it was going. I thought it was going to be some like Scream collector's knife kit with like her face. on it.
No,
Which
that'd
would
have
be
been
cool.
fucking cool. Yeah,
That
that'd
would
been cool, but no, it was
That
just
makes more sense to me than just her having a normal fucking like, I don't know, just
They should have made that tie-in back in '96 when they fucking released Scream. That
Yeah.
would be perfect.
missed
Yeah.
opportunity.
That's
But
huge missed
it's a really nice fucking knife set. So, and it's the first ever in my adulthood life where I've had a complete knife set, because I have knives, but I've bought one here, bought one there. The one that I used the most was my grandfather's kitchen knife. So that thing's seen better days, but I still use it. I sharpen it up. It's still got a lot of life left in it. But it was, it was cool that she got me that. And then my favorite gift that I got, I showed Chad Daddy before you jumped on, John.
Ooh.
And Bobby.
I saw it a little bit. Yeah.
So, I love Ghostbusters, but I also love Evil Dead.
Oh,
And so Damien took it upon himself to get me the Ash Evil Dead chainsaw. Now it's fucking awesome, but my only issue with this thing is when you turn it on, there's no way to turn this off. So it just does that the entire time.
okay. All
So
right.
it's on idle, but there's a button in the handle. So this, pretty cool. If I ever decide to cosplay as Ash after I lose, 20 more pounds, we'll see.
What are you talking about? First of all,
I don't want to do old Ash. I want
why?
to do young Ash.
Why? That's perfect.
That's perfect.
he's chunkier. He's got the nice gray, bro. You could go that.
It's perfect.
Okay, if I
Come
ever decide
on.
to
The first
shave,
episode of the
that's
show
my
should be the
thing.
way.
Because there's tons of cosplays that I want to do, but I refuse to shave my fucking face because
Who
of
gives a shit? You still rock it bearded.
I
didn't-
might.
I got
I
shit
don't
for
know.
not shaving when I was Doc Ock one time. They're like, Doc Ock doesn't have a beard. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give a
Multiverse,
shit.
bitch.
I'm Doc Ock. Right.
That's how you say multiverse, bitch. That's what I do when I do my Loki.
That's what you should have said to him.
I was like, you telling me that man-
Hey, I got that too.
That man, as a fucking crazy scientist, didn't like throw away himself for like 6 months in a cave or a fucking lab and grew a beard out. Yeah, bullshit. Fuck off. Anyways,
But no, it was cool. And then this past weekend, I did a paranormal investigation, which was really cool because I got to bust out the brand new 2-in-the-box PKE meter to test it out on investigation, and it actually fucking works. Now, while I didn't pick up any activity with it, I was walking by like
wires.
electrical outlets and wires and stuff, and the arms would move up and down. And then what was really cool, I never paid attention to it, is that the little dot on the screen moves faster the more intense. Yeah, the more intense that the electrical reading is. So
Nice.
it did work pretty good. did that investigation. Was supposed to have another one yesterday, but I had to cancel it because Mel had to work and I didn't have a sitter for Charlie. So daddy duties were, priority. And then I sat down and I watched this with Charlie, and she sat down and watched the majority of the movie without getting up or being distracted. And then I watched it again today because why the hell not? The wife and I sat down and watched it again. And like we said, did we need to watch this movie? No. But I'm glad we did.
What movie are we talking about again?
Yeah, that one. Probably the scene where
that's right. It brought me right in there, bro.
But that's about all I did. Bobby,
how have you been, sir?
What did I do? Oh, I've been good. Obviously, Christmas was last week. I got a lot of 4K horror DVDs. I got a new watch from my honey, which I have sitting over on the table right now. I'll show it later. I don't feel like getting it up right now because I'm being lazy. What else? I got a new pair of shoes. I got a helper here. Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vanna.
You got me.
Ooh, wow.
Swanky.
The real reason Bob doesn't want to get up is because he's lacking pants.
He has no pants on.
You're not wrong.
I am. Maybe I am. Maybe
Bro,
I'm not.
with all that Italian food, there's no way you didn't at least unbuckle that top button there, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
that's just pants came.
Because if I do, it's gonna go flying.
You gotta do the old man. Just undo the belt just a little bit so it breathes and fucking.
What would have just made this the best is if Rebecca would have taken a pair of boxers from his fucking suitcase and just thrown them at him while he was sitting there. That would have been hilarious.
Put these on too.
Put these on, honey.
Don't give her any ideas. Not that
Bob's
she's
just
paying
straight
attention right
Bob's
now.
just straight up Winnie the Poohing it right now.
Hey, could you blame me?
You and women do it, dude. Not big ogre
Really, guys.
Any guy.
Anyway.
I don't think any guy does.
Anyway, I got it. What else did I get? I got quite a few things. I can't remember everything. I guess I'm getting senile. Oh, thanks, honey. I need my shorts on. Thank you. What else did I get? But it wasn't really a lot. And then Friday was just a chill. This weekend, I can't remember shit. Friday, Rebecca and I actually went and saw a venue for our wedding.
Nice.
And I'm happy to say we now have a date, and we now.
All right.
Oh,
so
nice, dude.
We actually were supposed to go look at a venue today, which is why we're down here. And hey, we got a free room. We ain't gonna turn that down. That's for fucking sure.
Fuck.
So we ended up choosing September 18th, 2026.
Ooh,
nice.
So we give ourselves a little bit more time to be able to get stuff done and everything. And so, yeah, it's exciting. So now we're kind of starting to look at, what do we need for DJs and what do we need for this and what do we need for that. So once the new year rolls in, we'll start getting that going.
I know an awesome wedding singer.
Do you happen to have his name or at least a picture of him in the George Costanza pose?
Possibly that picture does exist.
If that picture isn't sent to me so I can post it when that wedding singer is on there, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. Okay.
Wasn't that a Simpsons thing where somebody had naked pictures of B. Arthur and they just threw him down a well and they came back up or something?
No, it's Whoopi Goldberg.
But it was Simpsons, though, right? I'm thinking of okay. I didn't know it was okay. Either way, that's all I could think of in that. Nice.
And then
so Bob's having
Saturday
a solid
we went
time.
and saw,
fuck yeah.
Absolutely. Saturday we went and saw a light show with two of our friends. It was a wonderful time. We had dinner. And then Sunday I had football at my brother's house. So we had family and friends and everything. And then that night I watched this movie. And my winter break is until March. So I don't have to do shit for a long time.
Nice.
Which is absolutely wonderful.
Nice, dude.
And that's it. I'm gonna keep it short because I'm ready to talk about this. But first, John, I need to hear you, brother.
Well, I didn't do shit. Obviously, yes, Christmas happened. It was a good one for sure. Got some nice shirts from sister, brother-in-law, and my wife. and got a couple other nice little trinkets. Of course, the old man, I love my dad's gifts because all my dad's gifts are just practical. Because he's like, hey, every time I'm over at your house, I notice you don't have this. So Merry Christmas. It's like, thanks. So yeah. Oh, there it
just
is.
got here.
Nice.
It just fucking got
There
here.
it is.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
It's funny, dude. I've had like 3 fucking Amazon deliveries today too that were all like shit that's supposed to be here last week. So today's the day. But no, man, I've been enjoying my Christmas break. I'm still on it till Thursday. And so I've been just organized around the house to try to, do some actual like adult work. And then I've also been gaming a shit ton too. So it's been nice. I've been working through Space Marine 2. Hopefully we'll beat that tonight. So I definitely put some hours in that. And the hell else, dude? Other than that, man, just been relaxing. And
That's the most important thing, especially on Christmas break. Like, you
Yes.
gotta, like Mel was so mad that first week because she was off the first week that I was off of work as well. And I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to veg out. I put on Spider-Man 2. I finally beat Spider-Man 2.
nice.
And I felt so empty after because what the hell am I going to play now?
I
That
know.
doesn't satisfy my Spider-Man urge.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a good call because that's a tough one. You'd almost have to go to like Batman again or like back to the Arkham games or something.
I had re-downloaded Kakarot. I bought it on Steam.
Oh, there you go.
I had it on Xbox, but I bought it on Steam because everything was on sale. Everything Dragon Ball Z was on sale. So I got the entire game, all of the DLC, the season passes for like $30 for
Nice.
everything. So that's gonna hopefully take up the rest of my break.
There you go.
It was a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I probably will after I do Space Marine, I'll probably actually go beat the Chaos Reigns. I think it's Chaos Reigns. Whatever the new expansion was for MK1, because I still have yet to play that. And like I was telling the boys, I rewatched Cage Match this weekend, to which I think on earlier shows when I said I watched it, I didn't like it as much. I take that back. Watching it a second time, going in knowing like what I knew, way better a second time around, dude. It was a way good ride. If you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, it is on HBO Max right now. But go into it like it's not going to follow a normal MK lore. Maybe Scotches, but it's going to do its own thing. It is just a straight up 80s action movie. Think Big Trouble in Little China, but with Johnny Cage and MK characters. That's the easiest way to fucking put that shit. And yeah, it's fucking fun time. I suggest go watch that. So
Nice.
And then I toyed with myself today. Do I watch this movie that I've seen a million times over?
Yes.
And the answer was yes, I did. So, and then I watched this movie and I'm ready to talk about it right now. And that is 1989's Ghostbusters 2. This actually is a Scuba pick. So, Scuba, the reins are yours, brother.
All right. Having lost their status and credibility 5 years after covering New York City with gooey roasted marshmallows in Ghostbusters 1984, the city's former heroes and once popular spirit hunters struggle to keep afloat, forced to work odd jobs. However, when Dana and her baby have yet another terrifying encounter with the paranormal, it is up to Peter Venkman and his fearless team of supernatural crime fighters to step up and save the day. Once more, humankind is in danger as rivers of slimy, psychoreactive ectoplasm paired with the dreadful manifestation of evil, 16th century tyrant Vigo the Carpathian, threaten to plunge the entire city into darkness. Is the world ready to believe? Can the Ghostbusters save us for the second time? Directed by Ivan Reitman, Stripes, Kindergarten Cop. Written by Harold Ramis, Back to School, Bedazzled. Dan Aykroyd, Spies Like Us, Coneheads. Produced by Ivan Reitman, Space Jam, Private Parts. Bobby?
Starring Bill Murray. Who the fuck is that? Quick Change, Little Shop of Horrors as Peter Venkman. Dan Aykroyd. I don't fucking know who he is. Nothing But Trouble. Evolution as Raymond Stantz.
God, Evolution is so
Weaver.
good, dude.
Well, Nothing But Trouble also. I love that movie.
Well, yeah, that as well.
I was just saying that is such a wacky movie, but it's so much fun to watch. Come on.
That's why I was scared to drive on the Jersey Turnpike.
That's fair.
It still holds true to this
When I
day.
end up in Vulcanvania.
Sigourney Weaver.
Ah, I can't
Sigourney
see.
Weaver, Cabin in the Woods, Avatar
see
as
that?
Dana
I
Barrett.
know.
What is it?
Not really. Kinda.
Kind
There we
of.
go. I can see it better
It's
now.
He-Man,
Oh,
but
nice.
it's always ready. Go ahead, Bobs. Sorry.
Harold Ramis, Airheads Year One as Egon Spangler. May you rest in peace. Rick Moranis,
Oh.
Strange Brew, Parenthood as Louis Tully. Ernie Hudson, Leviathan. Congo as Winston Zeddemore. Annie Potts, Designing Women. Who's Harry Crumb? Great fucking movie. Janine Melnitz. Peter McNichol. Ally McBeal, Spectacular Spider-Man as Jonas Poha. Kurt Fuller, Wayne's
Yeah!
World, Supernatural as Jack Hardemeyer.
I was hoping you'd have Wayne's World on there for him.
How could I
because
not?
You have to, dude. Like, he's just his two most notorious douche roles, dude.
If
Like,
Benjamin were an ice cream flavor, he'd be pralines and dick.
exactly.
It's okay. It's gonna be okay. David Margulies. There we go.
Margulies.
I can't pronounce it. Shut up. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, as Mayor Lenny Klotch, and Harris Yulin, Bad Dreams, Clear and Present Danger, as Judge Stephen Wexler. There is no body count for this film, and that's okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Chad?
Music by Randy Edelman, Shanghai Noon, Anaconda. Cinematography by Michael Chapman, The Fugitive, Scrooged. Edited by Don Camburn, Romancing the Stone, and Twins, and Sheldon Kahn, La Bamba, Evolution. Effects and makeup by Dennis Muren, ILM, The Dragon Slayer, Young Sherlock Holmes, among some other lower budget movies like Star Wars. Nobody's ever heard of them.
Never heard of it. Never heard
Distributed
of it.
by Columbia Pictures, runtime of 108 midgets, rated PG.
Yep.
Budget of 40 mil, grossed 215.4 million. Quite successful.
Yeah, they were definitely. What's up, boss man?
Howdy.
Hey, there
They,
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely did. They did their money,
But
dude.
still-
but this
still
movie
the-
was promoted like a motherfucker when it came out.
Yeah, but it faced heavy competition a week later, and that's what killed it.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Well,
What came out a week
but
later?
Batman.
Batman. I was
That's
gonna say.
right.
I mean, what better movie though are you going to lose? I mean, it's Batman. Like, that's
right? And it'd be one thing if like that Batman movie sucked, but it doesn't. So it's
Right.
kind of like,
yeah.
And this, this is a sequel that definitely. I mean, we're obviously in discussion here. It follows the beats for the most part of the first one to a T.
Yes.
And sometimes I know a lot of people, like critic wise, they said that hurts it. Me personally, I love it, but
Yeah.
it works. For me.
This made me. I saw this first before the first one. I mean, I fell in love with Ghostbusters right away, and then I saw the first one. I'm like, oh, this is great. Why isn't there a third one? And then as I got older, I learned about all that shit and everything. But I love this movie through and through. I quote. I don't even have to watch the movie. I quote it, start to finish. I love. And this is my hot take. I don't think I'm alone on Ecto 1A more than Ecto 1. I still love Ecto 1, but 1A it's bells and whistles on it. Oh, that was
1A screams little kid ADHD, dude.
Yep.
Like it's just
It
like,
does.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
explains a lot then.
Yeah.
oh yeah, dude. I get it. I'm not gonna say I don't. There's so much shit going on that car. You're
Listen,
just like, I don't know what to look
Because
at.
you know something?
Ah.
Also, see Ecto 1A all the time. So when you do, it's like, oh, someone went and made that? Oh,
That's why when you go back to see those scenes again, it's just like you're like taking them in that much harder because you're like, that's all I get.
And you know what I noticed this time around watching it? That I've never paid attention to the backgrounds. Never, ever. There is so much Christmas shit in the background of this movie. I've just never. No. Like I've never. I just never did. I never paid attention to what's going on in the background. It's always what's in the foreground that I've paid attention to.
That's fair.
And so watching it, I'm like, oh look, there's a Christmas wreath right there behind Peter. Oh look, there's Christmas trees behind Dana. Oh, this
Oh,
is
look, they're wearing
totally
the
a fucking
hats.
I was
Christmas
like,
movie.
there's literally Santa ringing a
Yeah.
bell
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were watching that today, and that popped up. I looked at wife. I'm like, hey, that makes it a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie now.
Yep.
I say the fact that they even wear Christmas hats in a scene
For
Boom.
3 seconds.
That's all
Totally
that matters.
counts. Totally fucking
Yeah.
counts.
All
That's
that
all we need.
And you know something? Those Christmas hats ended up on the special edition Toys R Us Ghostbusters
yeah, they
2
did.
pack.
Fuck Toys
There
R
you
Us.
go.
Aren't they coming back? Did they come back a little bit? Something like that?
I think they
Can't
came
remember.
back a little bit. They're inside
They're-
certain
bit,
like
yeah.
I think they're in Macy's or something.
department store and
Oh,
some shit like that.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But real quick, I have to, going back to Ecto 1A, did anybody else as you got older go like, in the beginning of this, you have that kind of time? Because Christmas and the New Year's, I'm like, they're entering the Christmas season.
Winston, buddy.
That was
Winston
fast.
went to work.
I thought I'm
Say
like,
he couldn't sit around for 5 fucking years, bro. He was working out his
That was
entrepreneur.
Winston is the unsung hero of this fucking movie.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Like,
Except,
yes.
I would argue that
Yeah.
he kind of bitches out in the courtroom scene.
He
I
does.
understand he's helping people out, but he could have easily ran back in there. There was more packs on that table. There wasn't just 3. But
True.
also, I feel
Are we
I also
sure? 'Cause
feel-
I'm not
There's
gonna
only
lie, I
3.
thought there was.
I still feel like he could have went back in though, dude. Like
he could have thrown the trap.
Right.
He could have been in charge of the
100%,
trap. He could have been
yeah.
a trap guy.
but I mean, he was there.
But that's
But, of course,
that has
that's the-
nothing to do with Winston's persona. That's just the way he was written.
Yeah, no, right, 100%, dude. Because they just were like,
Unfortunately,
"Yo, man, we need to redo." So yeah, obviously, the first time we did this movie, or the first movie, we went pretty beat by beat. This one's probably going to be a little bit more chaotic as per our usual. And that's
Yeah.
fine. But seeing as we're talking courtroom scene, they just wanted to redo the Sedgwick. They're like, "Yo, we got to have the 3 original guys from the OG poster redoing their thing, redonning it, and it's all just a self-contained Sedgwick like segment." Which is awesome. I'm not complaining by any means, just more calling it what it is.
With 2 ghosts this time, though.
Fuck right.
The
Yeah.
Scoleri brothers.
And they were dude. Watching this again, and especially like Chad Daddy, I know you watched it in 4K. I only had it on Blu-ray, but I was watching on the Xbox, which upscales it. I love the newer movies, man, but I really wish they would still work with the animation style of the 80s ones.
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah.
shit still to me screams more like ghostly than any of the CGI shit that we've gotten in the newer ones.
But you know what? Even with like,
Yeah.
okay, so the Scoleri brothers are totally like an animated style of ghost.
Yeah, they're
Then
more
we see-
RGB style for
Yeah,
sure.
but then
Which was the intent.
we see the runner ghost, and he's more human
Yeah,
than
he's your
you know what I mean.
standard-
But I love that. I love that there's a mix. There's a combination of different styles of ghosts.
Yeah, you get
this.
that big fucking goblin one at the fucking was that the Washington Arch there or whatever the fuck.
Mhm.
yeah.
But that was originally that's supposed to be a giant skeleton.
Yeah. I mean, I still like what we got.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to get a couple other monsters too, but just like the first one, unfortunately, it just didn't work out for the time and shit like that. But no, man, going back to this, like, let's start right at the beginning, man. Right. So, like, we see our heroes fucking falling, dude. So, as a kid, I hated that scene.
But we don't even
hated it.
see. We don't.
Right?
That's not the first scene though. The first scene.
Well, no,
we're
I'm sorry.
introduced to
With
Dana.
Dana, right.
So she's
which-
walking down the street.
Dude, that is a first childhood memory watching that opening scene in a fucking theater,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
Because dude, 89,
Yes.
I would have been 4.
Yeah.
So it's like I must have just gained some like consciousness level. I still fucking remember that because I think I brought this up on the show. I just remember under the ceiling tile where I was sitting, it was cracked all weird. So I'm just watching the fucking that and the whole movie, dude. I just remember consistently like look because I think I also watched The Blob around that time too. So yeah, I'm just like eyeing the
that's-
ceiling the whole like time I'm watching this movie too. And
So, by the way, funny that you mentioned the Blob, and this is in my notes, and I'm sure you guys kind of noticed, but there is a scene. Okay, so it is right when the song Flip City starts playing, and like you start seeing like
Hell
the
yeah.
slime and everything. There's a
Ghost
scene,
montage.
but you see the scene where the slime's coming up like through a crack in the floor.
Yes.
That's an unused scene from the Blob.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
shit,
That's
nice.
awesome.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
they threw
Blob
it
is
in
just
there.
pink slime.
Basically, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Also, that courtroom scene, we're
Yeah,
jumping
yeah.
around, but that was the first time where I made my backpack into a proton pack. That was the scene that I was like,
You know,
yeah.
I
this
do want to
is-
say
this is
that
it.
maybe because I was older, I was 7 or 8 when this movie. I think I was 7 when this movie came out. So watching this, actually going to the theater and watching it was a great experience because I got to see Ghostbusters in the theater. That is when I wanted a proton pack because I had seen Ghostbusters at home, but watching it in the theater, that's when I was like, I need a proton pack. I want a fucking proton pack. I need to have one day. I'm so glad I have some.
Did you ever have did you ever have the Kenner one?
I did, but it was so small.
Bro, I still have it. It's over on
Do
my
you?
fucking display. Dude, that thing is so tiny. I want to just make it almost into the arm pack because that's how fucking small that bitch is.
it's
dude.
tiny.
Oh, that would be
It's
cool.
so small. Yeah. But no, my dad had got me that. And I think my brother and my sister, one of them broke it or something, and they ended up throwing it away.
Bastards.
But yeah. But I just like I said, from the get-go, we start the movie off with Dana walking through the streets of New York. We see this pink slime come up from this crack, and we're oblivious to what's going on. We just know that something spooky is about to happen, and that cart, or her stroller, just takes off through traffic. And I remember watching it, and even today watching it's like, oh, that poor baby is gonna get hit by a bus. That baby gonna get hit by a bus.
He was having a good time.
Yeah,
He
we
was
came
having a great
close.
time. He was having a great fucking time.
He was doing his little bubbles.
Little snot bubbles.
Yeah, man. But no, it was a great introduction. We get our new symbol crash onto the screen, little theme music, and yeah,
the
dude.
car.
And then poor dirty ass Ecto, dude.
Oh,
like,
Yeah.
it's sad. It hurt. It almost hurts as
I
a
will-
kid to see that scene. You're just like, oh God. You're like, what's happened?
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because you think with what we just saw in the previous scene, okay, they're still in action. And they show up to this house and they're asking about, what we think is the ghosts, but they're actually going to be party entertainers to sing to these bratty ass kids. And it's just kind of like, man, you saved the city 5 years ago. What the hell happened?
Yep. Which, can we talk about how the song is canon in their own universe?
I love it, and that makes
Oh, I
perfect-
love
makes
that. I
perfect
absolutely
sense,
love
though.
that.
Like, a lot of people are like, no, and it's like, no, but yes, it's the 80s, bro. And that is like, that's commercialism to a fucking T,
Yeah.
baby. That's why I loved in Frozen
Well, you know
Empire,
something?
dude, when they showed all the old Kenner commercials and shit.
Yeah, that was
And
cool.
they were
too.
like, yeah, I was like, oh, my childhood.
But and you know something? The funny part is now you say that now, and I just want to have that conversation. I want to hear the conversation of the Ghostbusters and Ray Park Jr. making it like in the movie universe, not outside of it. Be like, so what can we do?
100%. You are not wrong, TJ. They definitely gave Ernie some more screen time.
He
in
does.
this, which
He
was
does
good. Which
chime in,
he needed it for sure.
Yeah,
Like I said, he's kind of the hero in this one because even in jumping way ahead, the scene where they're developing the photos. If Winston wouldn't have been there, how the
Fucking
hell were they
right,
gonna
dude.
get out?
Yep.
Winston saved them. He
Yeah.
saved their lives. He didn't just save them; he saved their lives.
And by the way, Brody, yes, you are correct.
Yeah. Also,
Yep.
the director of
Afterlife.
our Afterlife, the third one. So, hell yeah. And I mean, it's understandable, dude. It's 80s, so He-Man is also up there too.
Yeah,
Yeah, but 89, He-Man's popularity was on a sharp decline. I don't even think I'm pretty sure the show was canceled way before this came out.
See, I still remember though, like at that age, like really rocking He-Man stuff though. So it was probably repeats at that time, but it was still working.
Yeah, the toy line was dying down by then and everything. So I
He-Man.
was kind of thought that was kind of funny that they were all like, "Oh, He-Man." I'm like, it wasn't really that popular in
don't-
89 though.
Yeah,
But then if
it
you figure
ran-
like
it ran until
filming,
85.
you figure filming, that'd be 88. So you're like, but even still, no, I get it. But no, man, yeah, we get our depressive
Let-
Ghostbuster scene, dude. That's just like it hurts.
Let's also go to the fact that somehow they let Peter Venkman have a show.
No. That completely
How?
makes absolute sense, dude.
Yeah, but out of all of them,
No, think about it. He's got a.
He's
still
the game
has a-
show host.
he-
Yeah.
he has a doctorate. That was the joke in the first one, like Chad Daddy said, game show host, right? But he's always been the mouth of the crew, right? He's always the one with the gab,
He's the charismatic one.
right? So that's why a lot of people like they say he's the leader, but really there's no leader of this group, right? It's not a Ninja Turtle situation.
yeah, no.
If anything, it would be Egon more than anybody.
He's just the mouthpiece, is what it is.
Right.
Because
That's what it
yeah, Egon. I see Egon more in a leader role because he's the one him and Ray really because they're the smart ones. They're the ones
They're the ones that made it all.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, so, and while not like the other guys can't learn along the way, it's more of like you got to have that initial intellect to fucking do it. Hence, I would say if you're the
Yes.
one coming up with it, you're the fucking leader, right? Like Molly still can't watch that scene. Those abusive kids.
Horrible.
Bastards.
Ungrateful brat. Yes.
He-Man.
Fucking right. But no, it's so yeah, we get our setup, we know where our guys are at, and we get her.
Wait. So since she's watching, Molly, how you like your husband's new decor?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she loves them,
I'm
We know
jealous.
you
I
love it,
want
Molly. Just tell us.
dude. Even my mom was playing with them on Christmas. It was funny. She was like, "Oh, you could give him like a goatee and stuff." And they're like, "Oh, it's like a Willy Willy or whatever the fuck it is." Like, yeah, kind of. Just with Nicolas Cage underneath. It's even creepier if you just do it all the black with just his eyes and his mouth showing. Dude. Like,
I love it.
Those are great.
Oh.
They're fantastic.
fucking A, dude. But no, so going back to this, oh, she says, ugh. They're perfect for guests. No, they don't, Molly. That's a gift.
Molly, that's yours. You have to embrace it forever.
Display them proudly.
Right?
Yes. And make sure they're
Exactly.
watching over you while you're sleeping at night.
But no, we get so we're going back. We get introduced to Venkman doing his thing. And obviously we get the setup of the movie in this scene. And we also get a little joke about some date rape, which never fucking noticed.
I never
seen
noticed
fucking
Totally
I'm-
roofied.
I'm watching this movie yesterday, and I messaged the boys and I say, "Boys, I never realized that this lady was roofied at the Holiday Inn in Paramus and probably did some freaky stuff in that hotel room."
Dude, you never even got that kind of like
I
something
never
was up
she
as a
told-
kid when
never
I-
paid attention.
just
No.
Bakeman's face, dude.
No,
when she
but
says it,
now-
and he's just like,
And I've watched this movie as a fucking adult multiple times, and it never
Yeah.
fucking clicked until yesterday.
Well,
I was like, "Oh shit! Oh, she did some
The other
freaking
part
dicky in
also
that
is-
room."
She told her husband, I'm just like, I want to hear his reaction to this story.
but no, obviously, yeah. So then we
He
get
made
our
up in a
normal.
spacecraft made up to look like a room at the Holiday Inn.
That's right. I'm sure it was. There's some fucking bees.
But
and
that
some
one guy
fucking-
wasn't wrong. He was not wrong about the end of the world.
He was
No.
not.
Which
Had the
But what
Ghostbusters
sucks-
not intervened, he would have been right.
Exactly. So where does his book sales go from there, though? Because obviously,
right.
they
That could have
saved
been
the
a
day.
that should have been a follow up, like in Frozen Empire, not Afterlife because they weren't there, but going back to New York City.
here's the book.
That might have been a little bit too far of a reach, but at the same time, I don't know.
I mean, he went on to team up with Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, so he's fine now.
yeah, but he got
Yeah.
pissed on by Bumblebee though. So.
That's true.
I thought that was more
Uh,
the dog than him, though.
What's that?
Getting pissed on by Bumblebee.
No, he got straight on piss. Remember, I thought they did it on the bridge, or was that the other guy I'm thinking of?
That's the other guy.
Okay, never mind. I just remember him taking off his cap, and he was just like, "Bumblebee, stop!" Blah 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 blah. Anyways, so and then we get back. Then we get to Egon finally, and I love Egon scene, dude. And I've always enjoyed it more. I've watched it, especially growing up. When you really like, you know what he's doing, but then when you really think about it from like an adult standpoint, you're like, wow, man, what a dick. Dude.
Yeah.
You're like, could you imagine? Could you imagine if you were those people for the marriage counseling on the other side, finding out that you're just part of a fucking experiment for that shit, dude? Whoo, that dude was livid. Like, I just want to know what their fake conversation was on the other side of that glass.
Yeah. I've always wondered, like, what are they talking about right now?
Damn it, Brenda, it's not my fault. You don't know how to cook, okay? I get takeout food because your cooking fucking sucks.
Right? Then it just starts getting warmer in there. You're like, ah! It's fucking
95 degree. Fuck that.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'd be like, bro, I need to leave. Like, this is awful. Like,
Dude, there'd be fat guy sweat running down my back and everything.
yeah, I wouldn't have a tucked in shirt at that point.
Look,
Nor a tie on. dude.
I'd look
Once
like
you got
I'd have
higher
heat
than
sweats.
72, I would have been fucking
Right?
sweating profusely.
Bro. Dude, at 70, I'm kind of like this. Okay, get it down.
But no, and then
Little bit.
Egon's totally like just
All about it, dude.
scientificing it up, you know, and he knows,
Even-
like you said, he knows what he's doing, but it's all part of an experiment.
Even on the fly,
Ego created serial killers that day.
he might have. There's a whole separate movie per Ghostbusters 2 of that couple going on a rampage or something.
Where was Chris Benoit that day?
Oh,
Christ.
oh, ouch, dude.
But no, going to the fact
Wow.
that he's like fully running experiments on these people, dude, he even throws Dana onto it right then and there.
Does he
Right.
ever ask about
Just
me?
by his question.
No.
Yeah. No. He does his little fucking thing.
Again, you know he was saying that just to get that response.
Oh, yeah,
Like, you know,
absolutely,
Venkman
dude.
talks nonstop about her.
Which, yeah, dude. So obviously, you know, we get our premise of the movie, and here we go. Dana's introduced her again. He goes, talks to Ray. We meet up with Venkman. Venkman gets teamed up, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, hilarity continues to ensue. Now, seeing as we mentioned that this movie pretty much follows the beats of the first one, is there any point that this movie draws for you guys, seeing as we've already kind of seen this before? I'm only asking this just because we are literally reviewing this movie, and I still love it, but like, I understand where sometimes just because it's literally following the same beats that it maybe a spot or two might feel tired. Not specifically for me, just asking in general.
As the one who I was like you guys did, but as the one who saw this as their first one, and then I watched this was my first. The first one was my second. Even now, I still see, you're right. It does follow it a lot, but there still are quite some differences, especially like one of the scenes I consider it different only because it's like not every day you see three guys in the middle of a road going down a hole, not that look like they definitely shouldn't be there. Like for me, it's like the little parts of it are like shit like that. It's like I don't know. Maybe I'm not going anywhere with it, but like there are some still slight differences. It's just I don't know.
I
See,
think
Bobby, I got to disagree with that because, you know, I live in Pennsylvania. We have 2 seasons in Pennsylvania. We have winter and construction.
Fucking AU, dude, bro. I will fully vouch for Chad on that, and I know Bob can as well.
Yeah.
So, no, 100%, dude. Pennsylvania's always under fucking construction. Jesus Christ.
You know, I will say though that regardless of it following kind of the same format, I think it was different enough in the story in itself that it sets it far enough apart to be a coherent sequel.
More,
Because there's-
I would say even more so than like maybe Afterlife.
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
Yeah, Afterlife might take a little bit too close to the beats.
That was
because
the biggest,
we're
that was the
rehashing,
biggest
right?
complaint that people had for it.
Yeah.
Right, because we're rehashing a villain, right? Like
Yeah,
we should-
you not only did it in Afterlife, they rehashed the villain, they rehashed the music too.
right, and should never be that, dude. It should be its own thing, dude. It's its own movie. Let it be its own movie, right? Like,
But
100%.
I really didn't have a problem with
Well-
Afterlife bringing her back, only because you know the guys are a lot older. How were they going to contain her for that long to begin with? And really, they didn't even really contain her at the end of the original Ghostbusters movie. They just crossed the streams and there
That's
was an
true.
explosion. So something had to have occurred between part 1, or hell, maybe even between part 2 and Afterlife, to where Egon had to get her, you know, or
Well, yeah,
knew
he
that she was
captured- he
trapped or
captured
something.
Well, no, because back to the dimension, then obviously remember every cataclysmic date
Yeah.
is her showing up. So he just follows the date of every 30
Yeah,
years
and so
or whatever.
we
and
knew
then-
that she wasn't gone for good. They were just able to put a stop to her that
yeah, they send her
that
back to her
time.
dimension.
Yeah.
You know what I also love about this movie? The villain, but also, I mean,
Is Vigo.
I love that technically the thing that created this were the people of New York with that mood slide.
Well,
Yes,
you know,
but no.
it's like it's drawn off path a little bit, but at the same
Okay, so
time,
they exacerbated it.
Yeah, do you
They
think the
didn't come up-
people created the slime, or do you
Yes.
think the slime
No.
created the negativity?
I think Vigo created the slime.
I think the negativity came from and the
then
people.
So Vigo had that little bit of slime that the pastor had at the end of the blob, right? And that's all he needed to be in New York, because New York, anybody that's been there, get the fuck out of my way, I'm walking here. Like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Especially like
That's all that
80s
it
New
takes.
York. 80s New York is dirty, right? Like everybody knows the story if you're old enough. And so it makes sense why it just got to that point too. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying like Vigo himself brought in, obviously he's a pain. What I like about Vigo is he's actually a ghost. He's not a god. He's a ghost.
Yeah.
He's
Actual ghost,
just a guy.
A legit
And
ghost.
I wish we had that more in Ghostbuster Tales than different deities coming through all the time. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it can't work, but there should just be some super fucking powerful ghost just for whatever fucking reason, dude. Like, why not?
Yeah, and I think that's what they did with Vigo is, while I think if his dream would have come to life and he would have been reborn through baby Oscar, I don't think it would have been a automatic boom, I'm in baby Oscar, now I'm a grown Vigo again. It
No.
would be, you know, him as a kid. So it wouldn't have been this world-ending event that would have occurred right there. And yes, he
Yes,
did,
I
Brody.
did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did, Brody.
Made that
Yes, he
connection
did.
for you. But no, it and you know what, man? I gotta say, dude, like even rewatching this, I still remember watching this as a kid, like first time, like Scoop was saying, kind of in theaters or just rewatch, dude. And say what you will, even for a PG movie, man, this movie still has tense, kind of scary-esque scenes for when you're a kid.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, dude, but like the first scene where his head fucking like comes out
Oh yeah.
a little
Dude.
bit.
Dude, there's straight up a scene with a bunch of severed heads on pipe.
Right. I was gonna say that. I was gonna get to that, but yes,
Yeah.
the subway scene alone, and them just getting sucked into the fucking river. You're just like, oh. And then what the hell is? Oh, dude, scene I think that almost creeped me out the most as a kid, and I know I remember a lot of friends getting creeped out, was when Janosch is in the hallway, dude, and
The
he
ice,
fucking turns
the
his
ice.
headlights on. dude.
Yes.
Oh my god, I love
And
that.
it's
is
I think it's because
terrifying.
it is creepy, and the music fucking hits just right for that scene too. Where
Yeah.
you're just like, ooh.
Yes.
Well, it has a lot to do with the lighting too, because you get the red
Yes.
light, you know,
Mhm.
and so the red light along with those glowing eye goggle things that, you know, it's fucking eyes are glowing. But yeah, it's terrifying, man. And Janosch alone was already creepy as shit, and then you give him supernatural powers to boot. You know, that
Right, but
dude is
he's creepy
creeped on.
just because like he doesn't know how to say like take a no. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What up,
He was,
Kaylee?
Yes.
he was creepy for that. What's up, Kaylee? How
Hey,
you
Kaylee.
doing?
Hello, Kaylee.
Chad Daddy, you were gonna say something?
No.
Oh, sorry, I apologize. But no, so let's see, where are we at? So obviously, you know, we got our big bad, we got our lackey, which you know, would our lackeys were kind of like Lewis in the first one a little bit, but he wasn't till later on in the movie. You know what I mean? Where this dude's the whole way through. But like Steve mentioned earlier, this movie also takes a lot of nods and beats from the cartoon series because we've been having the cartoon series the last couple of years.
And I think that's what
Yeah.
jarred a lot of us is because we were used to seeing the cartoons and the Ghostbusters are still busting ghosts. They're still
Right,
hanging out.
100%.
And then it comes to the movie, and then you're watching it. It's like, well, none of that even happened because they're not together anymore. The city just basically made them disband.
Yeah,
Well,
which
you
is
got to remember 2 different universes because
Which that's not something we knew about back then.
no, because it was always
But they had they in the real Ghostbusters. There's an episode where they're making the
Yes.
first movie.
yeah, because they actually
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
and their packs get switched out for the packs
Mhm.
on set,
Mm.
so then they grab the fake packs, which was awesome because that was some fucking crazy meta shit, dude,
Yeah,
for an
very.
80s cartoon show.
Yeah.
Especially when it literally shows the intro to the real movie in
Yeah.
the thing. You're just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, dude, little kid mind is just exploding.
Well, they also made the episode that it was an episode after they had their fight with Gozer, and they got the
Yeah,
new
because they had to get
suits
rid of
and everything,
their
too.
suits because there was too much
Yeah, which that obviously was a Peter's fuck up because he didn't do it. So,
Mhm.
but there's also another one that follows canon now. I think this was, I think it was right before it turned into Slimer in the real Ghostbusters, where it got very kid Scooby Doo or pup named Scooby Doo style. But there was an episode where they also mentioned the battle with Vigo because Venkman's got to go to Ghost World, so they use a bunch of the pink slime, but for whatever reason, it's yellow in the cartoon, and they cover him up so he can pretend to be a ghost to like sneak into that world. So like, it is all canon. It's crazy, but it's just
See, it's funny because I probably
It jumps-
stopped watching Real Ghostbusters around the time this movie came out because I never saw any of the episodes after where Lewis was on the cartoon.
oh yeah. See, that's when it kind of like started. Just it just wasn't as good. The animation style changed.
When Slimer got really
They-
annoying.
Yeah, because they made him. They were like, we got to Scooby Doo him. He's got to be more like the focal point. And it's
Yeah.
like, no.
And they made him
Slimer's
even
not the
more.
focal point.
They made him even more cartoony than he was to begin with.
Yeah, which he never was. Dude, like that first 2 seasons are like solid cartoons for like adults and kids, right?
Yeah.
Like great music, actually some
Yeah.
cool fucking scary animated scenes, great animation for that
Boogeyman.
time. Dude, I'm
Oh,
just
I
thinking
love
about
the
the
Boogeyman
Boogeyman, also the Cthulhu episode where they go
Yeah.
up against the cultists, dude. That episode is fucking awesome. But
But speaking of slime, I think we got to get to probably one of the highlights
Go
of this
ahead.
movie is new equipment.
uh
The slime
yes,
blower.
to which we don't get to the end, but you
What?
you might not mention it or might not notice it your first time through, but definitely into your second time, you notice they're working on the blower
working on
throughout
it,
the
yep.
entire movie, right?
Yes.
And even Egon's studies is leading into this whole thing of like negative and positive emotions and understanding that right from the get-go, right? So it's cool. I like when you start noticing when he's like actually working on the tank in itself and stuff like that, because you're like, oh, there's a fucking slide.
That's when they're talking about Vigo, and they go to the computer, and he's got it in his hand still.
So how many times do you think Egon slept with the slime?
At least
going twice.
once. At least once. It's always the quiet ones.
He's definitely a double
always
always
the
always
quiet
the quiet ones.
Personally, dude,
You
Egon's
have.
best line in this whole movie was, I'd like to do some gynecological test on the mother.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
To which, you know what? Fair, Venkman. Fair.
Egon was.
He's a dirty bird. in
He's
this
a little
one.
dirty bird, man. Because even when they're in the bookstore, and he's like, "I think they're more interested in my epididymis."
Hey, man. He knows.
Yeah,
They
Do you
probably
guys know-
are, dude. Could you imagine those little science girls in college, dude, looking up to Egon? That's where we got Kaylee from.
I was gonna
right?
say Egon was getting it. Egon
we know
was
we
getting
we
it.
know we fucked once, so
Yeah, at least once.
Yeah, that's true.
none of the other ones had kids that we know of. Venkman's got to have kids somewhere, dude. There's no way he doesn't. By that point, like by Frozen Empire part, but
Oscar. He adopted Oscar.
that's not the same. I mean, like he's got like dad had a tour and he's got
Come
like
on, he's
dad
a
had
voter.
some tours in Vietnam,
supposed
and
to
you
lie
might
to
have a
him and kiss his
stepbrother. You
butt.
never know.
You know,
that,
he's
but-
got a kid. He's got a kid with that girl that gave him that Jets sweatshirt. There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh yeah, I got this from a girl who got this
Willie
from
Namath.
Joe. Willie Namath. Okay, we don't want to know. We don't know how to want to.
So no, man. So obviously, let's go back. Bob was talking about how they were doing construction of the road. Personally, I think it's a great scene because it sets the it sets the tension with what's actually happening in the movie. Got Ray dangling down there. You're like, he's starting to get attacked. The other guys are fucking, distracted by the cops and shit upstairs or up top. But then this leads us all into our coming back section to where we are finally at the courthouse, right? Now I'll jump ahead. This is possibly I'm tied between this and another one for my personal best scene for this one. But the courthouse scene, dude, is just great because it's tense. The judge is an asshole.
Mm-mm.
You know what's going. You know what I mean? Like you just hate that dude because he plays it so well. And you're seeing all the shit go down. Like we know what's up as the watchers. And then shit finally happens, dude. And we finally get to see the boys in gray back in action. And it's glorious, dude. We get 2 ghosts this time. It's the Slimer bust, but just not as elongated, right?
Yeah.
More action, quicker synopsis, dude.
Which I actually, and I love the first movie, but since this one is just the first one, I love Brothers just a little bit more because they're seasoned, and it's just it feels so good to
and
watch.
I feel like that scene right there is where Lewis wholeheartedly wants to become a Ghostbuster.
Yes.
After witnessing, because he really didn't, we don't know that he got to see the guys bust any ghosts after what happened to him, but he actually gets to see the proton packs in action, the traps in action, the guys doing their thing. And so I feel like that right there was when he got it in his head. I want to be a Ghostbuster.
Right.
Can you imagine if the 4 of us, obviously we're big Ghostbusters, if we all saw a working proton pack, how we would all look at each other like we have to get one.
Well, that's why they made Gruberson a character, because that is all us.
Yeah, we are Gruberson.
That is true.
Gruberson is just us 30 years down the road. We're like, oh, that's a ghost trap. Yeah, exactly.
It's a ghost.
Like Lewis technically was the original fanboy, and Gruberson just took it over.
But I even love the dynamic between Slimer and Lewis.
Yes.
And this is where we get the RGB elements, right?
Yeah.
We get the more goofy Slimer. He's not really a threat in this one or anything like that.
Your lunch and
kind of their house pet, which at this point he's living at the firehouse.
Oh yeah, he's always eating Lewis's lunch and shit.
Yeah,
right? Like so. It smells like a big old. We don't know.
Smells like somebody took a big old.
But no, man. So obviously you get the court scene. Court scene hits it. You get the big old. We're back. Boom into the montage, dude. And the montage is
great version of the song.
But you missed one of the greatest lines. 2 in the box, ready to go.
Well, I mean, it's right there on my box right there.
And they be slow.
But you're also missing another one. We're the best. We're the beautiful. We're the only Ghostbusters.
Oh, see, I thought you were gonna say Venkman, and you don't want us exposing ourselves.
Well, that's
the one I always laugh at.
None of you guys are mentioning Do.
Ray.
Well, yeah.
Egon.
And his look, though, I love Egon's face in there. He's just like
that's Egon's fucks face right there, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
that's Egon making a dad joke and looking at his kid and being like,
"That's right." Fucking A, dude. Slimer does have a CDL in this one, but
yeah.
All right, but I
didn't know you had your license.
Fucking A, dude. But no, so we get our montage. Montage is great. We get a whole new theme song, courtesy of Run DMC, which was fucking awesome and totally lived in my stereo as a kid for years on end.
Still does.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna say I wasn't listening to the soundtrack this morning.
You know what sucks though? That song is not on Spotify.
No, it's not.
But wait, isn't
it? Are you sure?
No. There's 2 or 3 different versions, right? And there's one where it's just the ecto coming in and it's silent for a long time and the beat's different versus like the one in the movie. But Chad is right. The one in the movie, dude, it's like copyright claimers. I don't know what the fuck's up with it, dude.
Huh.
I have it personally, but
I have it on cassette.
I can always send you the file. I have it digitally, Chad, if you'd like.
I think I
Wait,
have it.
there is something on here.
Oh, wait, no, that might be one of the files that got corrupted in my old hard drive. I have to look.
Don't play it, Bobby. You're gonna get us kicked off.
Yeah, don't we don't need to be.
No, hold on. Wait. I'm not playing it, but it's here, but it's like 4 minutes long. So.
Yeah, that's.
Is it the Run
like
DMC
said,
one? Does it say Run DMC?
It says Run DMC, the original rhymes, and it says Ghostbusters.
That is like I said, there's like 2 different versions. So there's the one that's on the CD itself, but then there was like one that they did either like pre-release or something like that to where like it was different. And like every time I hear it, it sounds weird because the hook is like different on it.
What that is back then, they would release songs as singles. Like
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so that's probably that.
And then there was always like a extended version of the song on the flip side, usually.
So
because they did that with the original Ghostbusters song too.
Yes, they did. But no, I mean, you know, so now we got, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I miss that era of late 80s, early 90s, just throwing hip hop in because it's the fresh thing of like, bro, we had that shit in Ninja Turtles. We had, you know what I mean?
Ninja.
You know, Batman had fucking Prince and shit, dude. Like it was just,
dude,
it was so good, man.
Prince's Batman soundtrack is one of the best concept albums of all time.
Oh, it absolutely is, dude. Like Bat Dance is great, but it's nowhere near even the top song of that fucking.
I fucking love Party Man.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Wait, that's the museum one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hands down. That's like a great fucking jamming song, dude. But no, so going back, we get our montage, sets our boy up. We get some new fucking costumes, which we're like, oh, woo, dark gray ones. Fuck yeah.
I still think the logo's a little too meta, but it does kind of make sense when you think about it. And I guess it does.
It also goes with the 8, dude. Like the whole peace thing was big back then too. You know what I mean? Like yeah, it's from the 60s, but I even remember always as a kid, dude, everything was like peace, man. Like it was still that. So I don't know.
Yes, Brody. Axel did have Bob Seger. That song
fucking
slaps.
Oh, that song smacks.
Yeah, I can see why the sign itself might be a little too on the nose, but at the same time, dude, when you're selling it to kids, okay, I was all about it, dude.
The funny thing is, they could have just not even had it in the movie itself, just had it on the promo posters, and just sold merchandise with it, no problem.
Yeah, because it kind of, and that's why people were like, okay, well, was Ghostbusters 2 not canon? Like, what happened to all the logos? No, it is definitely 100% it is, but that brought up a lot of questions when Afterlife and Frozen Empire came out, because where was the sign that had the 2 on it?
It's in the basement, just like
I know it's in the basement.
Hey, listen.
Or wait a minute, go back to the 09 game, and it's behind Venkman's desk.
Yeah.
In the glass container, you can see the door panels from the Ecto.
I could tell you this right now.
One of the best things the 09 game is just standing there talking to the Vigo painting.
Yes.
Fucking love it, dude. That shit will go forever, man.
Hey, say what you want. I've been to the firehouse. That motherfucking original sign from Ghostbusters 2 is right there. So it's fucking canon. It's there.
Dude, can you imagine if they just charged money to go down the fire pole? How much money they would fucking pull in?
I would write that.
Dude, I would be
go down that bitch.
You'd have to sign you'd have to sign a waiver, obviously, clearly, right? Like, but I don't know, man. It'd be fucking.
I would look at Rebecca and be like, honey, sorry, but we'll pay for the
even if they
another
just
year.
did that for Ghostbusters Day.
That
was the only day they did it.
Dude, $100 a head, no problem. No problem, dude.
Even if you did $20 a head, the amount of people that would go down that fucking pole, they would still bank off of $20 a head.
No, I know, but I'm saying I still think you would have people lined up around the block for even a Hondo or like a Honda. You know what I mean?
$100. $100.
Oh yes,
and they'll even put a jumpsuit and a proton pack on you.
I would pay $500.
Oh, do I get $20? Do I get $20 off if I come back?
I'll show up.
My own. Do it. I bring my own.
Yeah, but they never went down the
mountain. They take a video of it too.
See, that's some cartoon shit, dude. Because in the cartoon, They did everything with their packs on. They drove
Yeah.
the Ecto with their packs on, went down the pole. You can't fucking do that shit in real life. Anybody that's more than a fucking toy one, you're like, how the fuck do they move around
Yeah.
in this shit?
Well, I
dude?
mean, and even Peter, when he puts the pack on, I forgot how heavy this stuff was.
every time I put mine on, anytime I
Same.
do it, I'm just like,
Same.
Lewis even
God
comments on
damn,
it.
dude. What's that?
Lewis even mentions how heavy they are.
Oh,
Fucking
I
right,
love
dude.
that.
When he runs out of-
Boy, this
this pack's really
equipment's
heavy.
Fucking A, dude. But no, man, it's so obviously we go back, got our montage, Ghostbusters are back in action, doing more of our, investigating more of our shit. So obviously we're going back down to the subway. One of the coolest, scariest part, I know we mentioned it with the severed heads, but the head, dude, it was awesome. Like that was a good, scary scene.
Yeah.
And it just shows like
Yeah.
they ain't shit without their packs either, right? Like Lewis or like Winston's like, yo, like fuck this.
He's
dude.
like, I'm
Like,
out. I'm out. Like,
Which what, dude?
Yeah.
I would have been arguing like, yo, at least one of us should be covered with one of them, right? Like a
Yeah.
trap.
but we
in a
don't know.
pack.
But we don't know how they got down in there. So I'm
True.
sure it wasn't just a little stairway that led them down there. They probably had to come through some shit, so the packs wouldn't have been able to go through that anyways.
Possibly, yeah.
You know what?
But
they
I
could
still
have
love that
done?
scene. I love that scene because it's dark. All we see is the track under them. We see them,
And that's
and
it.
when they're like, "Hey, hey," you get the echo. And then Winston.
Winston.
I fucking love the scene where Ray pops out and scares the piss out of Egon. And
Hold on. He's like,
Over here. Oh, I fell down a hole.
Ooh,
Wow, that was like
God,
the
that
it,
was
dude.
good.
perfect.
That was it. 100%. And why does when Winston gets so scared that his fro grows off, that his hat blows off? Dude? I've never figured that out.
Yeah.
"Oh shit, that was fucking." I love that scene though, like because Egon's just asking him if he got the number of locomotive, and Winston's just like, "Bitch,
Like
I
fucking
just got hit by a
fucking
fucking
train.
ghost train. Fuck you."
But that is a total Ray thing to ask.
Egon.
Are you gone? Yeah.
No, absolutely. But
Yeah.
that scene alone is where it just got me thinking of like, dude, I love how that train looks. And maybe it looks good to us because we grew up with it. Maybe kids would think it looks like shit now. I don't fucking know. But like,
No, it still looks
look at that compared to like, I don't know, the sewer dragon from Frozen Empire. Like
Yeah.
the sewer, it looks cool.
But it's
just
not
doesn't have
believable.
it doesn't
it's-
have that like weight to it or something.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it just-
the locomotive definitely does. Now maybe it's because the sewer ghost is outside in the open and in the daylight.
no,
but I still
it's the
feel-
designs of
It's
the
a-
ghosts, man, to me. Like
True. Yeah.
It looks less like a ghost and more like a cryptid or something. Like,
Yeah.
like
It's-
an
yeah.
actual living thing.
it's not even that, because I feel like that ghost fits in the extreme Ghostbusters ghost style, right? Like
Yeah.
more artwork. It's the weird overtonally blues that they keep using for ghosts. They never did that in the originals, and I don't know why they keep doing it for the new ones.
I say even the Scolari brothers were the only blue. Everybody
Right,
else
like
was
they all have their own
tone-
kind of like weird
totally
colors and like
separate.
their own things.
Yeah, even the Titanic, that was like a wash of dark brick.
You know, I will say,
red with like a
as
little
much
red-
as
like, you know,
I hate the 2016 movie, I feel like I like the ghosts in that movie as opposed to the ghosts that we got in Frozen Empire.
So I couldn't finish it, so I couldn't. I
So,
can't agree.
I
with
would
that.
agree for the most part, but once again, my argument with that one was they were all the same
Yeah,
colored ghosts,
that
and
blue
that
color.
bothered me because I'm like, no, man. If we're going like RGB style, dude, everybody had its own like thing, color, design. Like, I don't know, but that's where this one I still feel like outshines even the newer ones, just because originality between the monsters and shit, right, dude? Like we get a fucking fur coat that comes alive. That's awesome.
which oh
Yeah.
my god, I love that.
I fucking always love that. So, like, let's talk about. We get two montages in the scene. We get the boys coming back,
And,
and then we get the
ghosts.
ghost attacking the town, which also follows suit with the first one, right?
Mhm.
Same thing. Get the montage of the boys going into action, montage of the ghost attacking the town. First one we had Slimer eating hot dogs and shit covered skeleton taxi driver, shit like that, right? This one we get the coat, the big skeleton dude thing that the Washington Arch.
The Titanic.
The Titanic.
Titanic.
Fantastic.
You
I
get
love that
you get the
scene.
demon thing flying out. It had like the 4 eyes.
Oh yeah.
Dude, which that thing always
Let's
looked
go out
cool
of
because that
But that came out of the movie theater, right?
Movie
Yeah.
theater, yes.
after it was all dripping fucking spooge everywhere.
I love that scene, that Titanic scene so much. And it's Cheech. It's the fact that Cheech is a fucking dock worker and his better late than never. And then back
right.
to
No, the callback to Cheech at the end with the Statue of Liberty. Oh my god! Just his look is so fucking priceless.
Now, the only thing that would have made it better is if the dock worker next to him would have been Chong.
Yes.
That probably would have been way too much money just to have those two guys.
Oh, just pay them in weed; they'll be fine.
It would have been funnier though,
It
or
would
just
have
have
been
him even
funnier.
in a different spot for whatever fucking reason. But I don't know.
Or just switch him out for the for the Statue of Liberty scene. It's like, wait a minute, that's not the same. Oh, it's Chong.
It's Chong. Chong's just sitting there
That
hitting a blunt
yeah.
like, whoa, man.
Ooh, heavy shit, man.
But so obviously, as this is going on, we get our little panic of the call room at the mayor's office of like shit going fucking haywire. And I even like that, dude, when they're just like obviously that's how we get our Titanic thing. But I like when the mayor comes in and he's in like, yeah, no, fuck this shit, dude. I was just talking to my dead buddy who's been dead for 40 fucking years last night.
It's like,
where
it's
the fuck are
time.
my boys?
But you know what? The only thing I ever hated about this movie and the first one, we have no choice. Call the Ghostbusters. It's like, yeah, we you knew you didn't have a choice. So why did you ever not think you wouldn't need them at
to
some
be
point
but
or
to be fair,
another?
in this one,
To be fair,
I feel like it's not the mayor, right? Like the mayor's got his own fucking shit show to worry about as it is, right? It's what's his name as the assistant. That's why he's the D-bag. He's the one that's completely sidestepping this whole. He's just the new Walter Peck, right? But he's just more internal on that affair.
yeah.
But goddamn, dude, that dude is typecast amazing as a douchebag. I don't
Yeah.
know what
He
it is.
always
but
is.
It's just
He's great in Van Wilder year one. He gets his.
He's not really a
I don't know if I ever
douchebag
watched
in
that.
Wayne's World.
He was
Yeah,
a little.
he is
I
until
know, but
when he has his like turnaround, like
I love you,
Yeah.
man. And I love
It's like,
you.
yes, I love you. I get it.
yeah, I guess he's not as douchey as in comparison to like Rob Lowe, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I look cream of some young guy. Dude, I still do that fucking
I do
like
too. Me too. All the fucking time.
you guys want some Chinese? I would love some.
I love the
I would love some.
But no, man, like so yeah, we get our normal shit's gone haywire. Ghostbusters are locked the fuck up with Brother Murray, and which I thought was cool. And yeah, so Mayor makes the call. We finally get the boys out. Everybody thinks like, yeah, cool, we're good. Nope, we're not. Because yeah, unfortunately, the museum is covered in a fucking hard ass glass covered slime shell. And so, what do we need to do with this? We need another kaiju scene with new tech. Fuck yeah! So we can't bring the Marshmallow Man back, but we got the next best thing, and we got the Statue of Liberty.
Being controlled by a Nintendo controller.
Fucking right, dude.
Fucking
What was that
joystick.
controller called? It's
The
just a
NES
joystick one, right?
Advantage.
Advantage,
Thank
yeah.
you for that, Chad Daddy. And that is still a goal of mine for all the parades that we do, is to make a small version of
Statue of Liberty.
Lady Liberty's head, so I could fit 2 people in there waving out, and maybe just have like the hand with like a small hand with a torch.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Oh, I think it'd be fucking
That would be
fantastic.
epic.
It would definitely be some build though.
Listen,
for sure.
listen. I don't know about the rest of you, but if you're a Ghostbusters fan, and that I don't know what's gonna.
It's a lot of EVA
I
foam
love
and
that
paper
scene
mache.
so much.
I mean, there was a lot of happy people in that crowd by the end, dude. So who knows? Very well. I mean, Ray and Janosch might have been a little bit hard even at the end. I'm not really sure.
Say something.
They were sword fighting.
I love you, man. I love you too. But no, so obviously, we get Lady Liberty, which even as a kid, I always was like, how they get out there so fast? Because they were like
I was-
at the museum, and then they're just there, and it's like, was there boats
Well-
running at night? Did they steal a boat? What like?
They
No,
probably
we don't
got
care.
flown
Well, and
out. They
my
probably
other
took them on
thing
a
was-
helicopter.
Yeah,
The
they
mayor-
airdrop.
The mayor probably said, you know what, give them whatever the hell they want.
I mean, in the game, they did have an ecto boat, so I mean, maybe they had that too. But
Yeah.
who knows?
Shout out to Melody and Juan
Well, and-
watching
and
on
I was-
TikTok. How's it going, guys?
Hey, what's
Howdy,
going on,
howdy.
guys?
Yes. I was going to ask this question, but I probably will actually just have an answer now. Lady Liberty is tall, but not that tall
To walk across the Hudson.
go in the water like that and not fucking be underwater.
I don't-
So I'm like, no.
Well, how deep
that's
is the
something
harbor?
Supernatural
I would
with
say
that
I
stuff.
honestly don't know because I always kind of wondered that. But if the harbor is not,
I
I
don't
mean-
know.
because you're only walking from her island inward,
Right
right?
to-
So even
yeah,
at
you're
your
going-
shortest distance,
New York
yeah, like
Harbor
what's the worst depth?
varies in depth. The main shipping channel in Lower New York Bay is 40 feet deep
Okay.
and 2,000 feet
Oh,
wide.
that's
Just
fucking-
terrible.
that's absolutely because like how tall is
Okay,
she?
so she definitely
She's 100
okay.
feet.
Oh, she's got to be probably 200.
She
feet at least.
is
her herself.
305
Yes.
feet.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
so yeah, she could have done that.
fucking
Okay.
plenty.
Okay.
Damn,
so
dude, she's
good.
200 feet above Stay Puft, man. Holy fuck. Stay Puft is only 100, so god damn. But yeah, man, so we get the Lady Liberty scene in, which is awesome because it's the Stay Puft scene, but it's not. You know, it's a little different, but we get a little, yeah, we get a
You
little
get that
Howard
great
Huntsberry going on, a
song.
little fucking, absolutely. Mike, thank you for joining us, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
That's my cousin. Hi, Mike.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he was giving you shit earlier in the chat. I don't know if you saw it or not.
I was totally
yeah.
not paying attention. That's my bad.
You're fine, dude. But no, man. So the boys get there, they bust in the museum, and yeah, man, this is where we have our little bit of a showdown. It's not much of a showdown, but there's enough to where it still feels tense.
Could have been a little more though. Could have been more.
It could have been. They could have did something a little bit more with possessed Ray. But once again, if you got mood slime in a whole nother tank, it's not really like you already got the answer right there. You know what I mean? So, and we do the tried and true. Let's just make a big explosion to fucking kill the enemy off.
Yeah.
And we do that. It works. We get a new fucking painting. And
Come on. You skipped the best part. We know Lewis
Go ahead.
saved the day. Lewis saved the day with his one proton pack outside shooting the slime.
Hey,
it was
as
all
far
Lewis.
as those people outside are concerned, he did say
Yeah,
exactly.
he
That's what I'm
saved,
saying. It was
yes.
all Lewis.
And you know what? And you know what? Besides Vankman probably getting some from Dana in this movie, Lewis is the only one that we know definitely got laid in this movie as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, he got a kinky redhead who definitely was waiting out way too long for EGOT. So
Yeah.
they did change that in the cartoon though, because after this, they were dating in the cartoon after the fact.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so it was still all canon. But yeah, so Lewis saves the day, and we see our D-bag mayor assistant. He's in the crowd because apparently he's like all happy now, and he's like, "Oh, I do believe." And we get our nice.
I think he was
little-
just caught up in the moment because they were all singing Auld Lang Syne and it was New
Yeah,
Year's
but-
Eve.
But see, and that's the thing. That's where Vigo fucked up, thinking that regardless of all this ugly hatred and shit, that 1 minute that it takes from the ball dropping in that moment, everybody is one. There is not an ugly person in sight
Yeah.
when that ball drops. That is the only moment in time where everybody is one and everybody is
Bro.
singing and everybody is just cheerful. That's where fucking Vigo fucked up.
Yo, Vankman told him that, man. He should have went anywhere else.
Because
San
while
Fernando Valley, baby.
while the
Fuck.
Ghostbusters did technically defeat Vigo, realistically,
helped.
it was New Yorkers who defeated Vigo.
with the help of Lewis,
With the help of fucking
Right?
Lewis. Yep.
because Lewis motivated them, and then they were trying to they were his cheerleaders.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then by them cheerleading him to do his thing, broke the hold over Vigo's fucking spell. And yeah, 100% right, brother. 100%. So while they are the catalyst, they are also the janitors of the situation, I guess we were saying, the cleaner uppers. I don't know how you want to label that.
The custodians.
The
There you go.
custodians.
But yeah, and then we get a nice shot. Lady Liberty's back on her island
Somehow.
and even though
Yeah,
she was
because who the
complete-
fuck walked her back?
even though she was completely on her side at the scene before this,
Yeah. She was left there like, fuck.
You know, the
Right?
mood slime got extremely happy with everybody singing, and she grew wings and flew back to her island.
I mean, she
That
could
would
have got
actually
up
make a
and
lot of
easily,
sense.
danced and shit.
That's
No,
the
dude.
scene we didn't get. She's dancing.
Dude, if this is like nowadays where they do like the random like Marvel one shots and shit, that would have been a scene of it's like them getting that back to the island. Like, how did you fucking do this, dude? Like, do they just walk it back or do they actually like take it back piece by piece?
They would have to walk
You know?
her back.
They would have
because
to.
the,
I would
the
feel
mood
so,
slime,
right?
the mood slime's still in there. So all they would
Yeah.
have to do is just play Jackie or the
So,
song.
little
so
more-
it's
yeah,
it's
little
safe to
Jackie
say
Wilson.
that
Little Jackie
uh,
Wilson, and then
Ghostbuster slime is still in her, huh?
Fucking hey, dude, it is.
giggity.
Whether
mean,
she's
they-
naked under that toga or not.
I mean, Ray was smoking a cigar while he was doing his job. So.
That's true.
They gooed her all in.
You know what?
Insides.
I'm glad. Say what you
Slime
will. I
time.
understand this is an 80s trope, but I'm glad that there was still a little bit of smoking in this movie because goddamn it, Ghostbusters need to smoke every once in a while.
Yeah.
And I understand it's not all cigarettes, in
I
this,
lo-
but
well,
Ray
he
still
also-
has this big old honking
Well, he also
stoves,
had a
dude.
cigar when he got out of the ecto at the first scene. He was
Mhm.
that motherfucker was big too.
I mean, and that's the best part is because that's just Dan Aykroyd in the 80s, right? Like, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
even
He also had a
That
big
is the-
stogie in the mayor's office.
he did.
Yes, he did.
That's right.
Smoking
no,
a
it's,
pipe in his
And his
shop.
Long Johns, dude. Fuck it.
Yeah, but when they were in the Ray's Occult bookstore, he's sitting there smoking a pipe
Hell yeah, dude. Yep.
like a professor.
I mean, it kind of is, right? So yeah, that's Ghostbusters 2. Fucking solid movie. Fun time for me for sure.
Mhm.
It sounds like the boys. I think it's time to hear from our beloved doppelganger Hangabang.
God damn, we're an hour and a half into this.
Yeah,
and we're
yeah. We
I know,
have
and
to
I've
do it.
got 6 pages of behind the scenes.
Holy
I'm
shit,
gonna,
Oh,
better
I'm,
God.
gonna,
jeez.
I'm gonna have to give you guys the Cliff's Notes version.
I mean,
That's
we knew this
fine.
was gonna happen though. So what our other one was well over 2 hours.
So glad I
dude.
ate a bowl of ramen before this.
I'm so happy we went to dinner, or else I would have been like, oh fuck.
All right. Brody Kane, everybody.
Starring the Kangabanger from the land down under. Snip, fucking snip. Howdy, folks. It's your Kangabanger back for another episode of Gore and More. And this week I'm here to talk to you about fucking mustache hair.
Yeah.
A lot of
I
people
know that
talk about
movie.
part 2. Essentially, when I was a kid, I appreciated this one more so than the first. But after watching it today, the first one is definitely far more superior than this film, especially in its storytelling. I mean, that film wastes no time introducing us to the action, where this one takes half an hour to get to the fucking ghost. So I was a little bit bored checking my phone, and even it kind of felt at times like we're still trying to set up these characters, even though we already know who they are from the first film. At times, you know, there's a lot of just slow burn dragging on. Look, and I understand how it was written, you know, like no one is starting to believe who they are. You know, it's been 5 years, whatever it may fucking be. But you could at least have it that, you know, sorry about that if you can hear all that fucking bullshit outside, but it's the only time I can do this review. Anywho, moving on to the review.
He's in a bird
Um,
sanctuary.
Were they
That was a
budgies?
demon.
What the fuck was I saying? Yes, that's what I was talking about. We honestly, throughout the writing of this film, we could have introduced at least somewhat ghosts in the first 30 minutes of this film. You know, people still may not believe them, but then they still might get the odd phone call here and there, and they might stumble across them and then have to fucking do their sort of thing, you know? But yeah, like,
Mom's here.
it's the only thing I have a problem with this film is probably that first
Oh, hi,
half an
Mom.
hour, and then we get introduced to a very fucking fantastic scene in the courthouse, which is probably actually my favorite scene in this movie. I do love the design of the ghosts and how they're able to represent them on screen. It definitely felt like, you know, the first film, like a continuation throughout the visual imagery of the first film into this one. So I was able to appreciate what they were able to do there. I did like how they introduced a new ghost into this in the last half of the movie, especially the fun little gags here and there, like the Titanic rocking up and all that sort of stuff. I do remember as a kid that the main villain, the ghost of this movie, actually was very fucking intimidating. And after seeing him tonight, it triggered a little bit of intimidation there. So I was able to appreciate what he was able to sort of do. It might be just a bit of the childhood trauma there deep down inside, that nostalgia. But yeah, I thought that was actually fun to see again after all these years. Obviously, the acting, the chemistry between the four of them obviously works extremely well. They're actually believable that they are friends to that degree. That chemistry hasn't changed from the first film, especially into this film, I feel. So the acting is top notch, as obviously. I think we were just a little bit too focused on shit that wasn't really needed for this film, and it definitely could have been cut from it or rewritten in a way where we actually had a little bit more action than what we got. Yeah, all in all, I just want to quickly note I've got two fucking whiskers been pissing me off this whole review. It looks like Frankenstein's lightning bolts. I think they're fucking off. That's probably only because the sunlight's pissed them off. Anywho, sorry about that. Had to nip that in the bud. This film made me want to watch The Blob after watching it, and I did, and it's still one of the GOATs, the Blob remake that is. And also, I'm going to give this a Gore score of a 3.8. So I look forward to hearing what you gentlemen have to say about this film. Like I said last week, have a fucking fantastic new year. I can't wait to talk about the films we are going to be deep diving into next year, next season of GNM. It's going to be great. We have a fantastic fucking list lined up for y'all, so bring it on. So yeah, enjoy the new year, and I will catch you mother lickers on the next ep. So peace out.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Let me get him out of there.
Nice, very nice.
Oh, that was good. That was perfect time. He gave it a 3.8.
All right,
which seems very fair and fitting. Going with his review. And Brody, it's kind of perfect because he actually hit what I was talking about. A lot of people, feel this movie drag a little bit. Obviously, I it's hard for me to say because I'm biased as fuck. So it's nice to hear that from somebody else.
I can see.
Oh, absolutely. Everything he said is there's nothing wrong with it, dude. It's 100%. For a sequel, it definitely does take a little bit longer than you would expect to kind of get into the nitty gritty of it all, right?
But I think because they're not at this peak of stardom anymore.
Yeah,
they're
I get it.
Down at the bottom, so that's why I think it takes a while to get going where we're going, because they're trying to establish just how down in the dumps they really are, having to do
the fact that they're also not even like really working together anymore, right?
Yeah,
like on anything. So you got to get the band back together, and then
I get it too.
Alrighty, well, so that's a solid start from Mr. Doppelgang Brody Kang. Thank you once again, Chad Daddy. The reins are yours, brother.
By the way, Brody, I want to thank you for starting your new tradition of sending us pictures of videos of Huntsman spiders.
Oh, dude, I got one last week. I think it was a couple of days ago. I was off.
Dude, that video with me, the one spider was huge.
Yeah. Shout out to my mom. Hi, mom.
Hi, Scoob's mom.
Hi, Scoob's mom.
All right, so let's get some behind the scenes stuff here. I'll try and go through it as quickly as I can without skipping the important stuff. So in the years between Ghostbusters and this film, the real Ghostbusters introduced the idea that Slimer was living at the firehouse as the Ghostbusters pet. Because the original film and the cartoon series were so popular with children, they put Slimer in the film.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely didn't need to be there. It was all just ad. But I don't know. I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as a kid because that's exact like you said. As a kid watching this, you're like Slimer, and
I like seeing him in Frozen Empire.
But most of his scenes got cut.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was a whole dude, and it's out there. You could watch it. It's not like fully edited and shit. But there's a scene of like Lewis, trying out the proton pack in the house to try to get Slimer, which makes complete sense because from what we see, he just goes out and he just knows how to fucking throw it. Nah. I wish we got that training scene. That would just add that much more to like his end scene of him finally suiting up and shit. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So,
okay. So while the role of Vigo was played by Wilhelm von Homburg, all his lines were dubbed by Max von Sydow. Wilhelm left the premiere in anger when he found out.
Oh, no shit.
You know, I didn't even realize this until probably yesterday that Wilhelm, the guy playing Vigo, is the same. It's fucking Carl from Die Hard.
Oh no shit!
Oh,
Oh shit, yeah.
I'm
I
just trying
never
to think.
realized that.
What the hell was he in that movie that we watched? It was a long time ago.
Mouth of
think it
Madness
was-
he's into.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I just remember I had the poster like down here, and they were like, "Who's your favorite character?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
They showed him, and we're like, "It's fucking Vigo."
It
He had
is.
shorter hair, I think, too.
Did he?
That was
Not- I
94.
felt like-
Maybe not by much, but it wasn't like long.
I know it was
like
still
that.
pretty long and flowing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't
Wasn't it?
maybe like as gravitas, but anyways, Chad Dead.
Okay, well, I can skip that. Zed, the kid who tells Ray the Ghostbusters are full of crap, is Jason Reitman, who went on
That's
to
right.
direct Afterlife. I can skip this. Several factors contributed to the 5-year gap between the original and the sequel. Bill Murray was on an extended sabbatical from acting and was angered by new Columbia head David Putnam for calling him an actor who makes millions off movies but gives nothing back to his art at a British American Chamber of Commerce luncheon. Putnam also resented the blockbuster films like the original that his studio hit big with in the 80s. When he was fired in fall of 87, his replacement, Don Steele, made a Ghostbusters sequel a priority. Michael Ovitz, who represented Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, and Ivan Reitman at Creative Artists Agency, arranged a meeting in early 88 to smooth tensions and reservations that the four men had in the ensuing years after the original success. Ovitz's conflict revolution tactic worked, and production commenced shortly after the end of the 1988 Writers Guild of America strike.
Damn. Thank God for that dude coming in, and that was his first fucking means of business. Was like, yo, we're making a Ghostbusters sequel.
Seriously.
Fuck yeah, bro.
The man had
The
it right.
New York police officer that receives the report of the Titanic's arrival says the call is coming from Pier 34. In real life, that was the ship's original destination.
Oh no shit.
Oh.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
That's cool.
Bro, like just think about like even in this situation, like seeing all ghosts. Imagine seeing an entire fucking ship full of ghosts
Yeah.
show up. Like,
Sank over almost 100 years before.
Okay, so to tie into that, I'm going to skip ahead. Where was that?
Rose just shows up at the dock and it's all just like
Fucking Jack shows up too.
Leo's like, you motherfucker.
You fucking bitch. You fucking bitch.
You could
Okay,
have
so-
fit me on there.
So to tie with that, Carpathia was also the name of the ship that rescued survivors from the Titanic, which appears in the film. The RMS Titanic originally scheduled to arrive at Pier 59 in New York on April 17th, 1912, but after the disaster, the Carpathia dropped Titanic's lifeboats off at Pier 59 and continued to port at Pier 54. And as a result, Pier 54 in New York has a memorial for it.
Oh no shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just want to go ahead and skip ahead to that.
No, that's solid.
So, a scene featuring Ray driving Ecto 1A recklessly at speed as a result of being possessed while examining Vigo's painting was filmed, but not used in the final edit. Some shots, including Ray running a red light and Peter sitting in the back pulling a surprised face, were used in the montage as the Ghostbusters go back into business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I've seen that deleted scene.
it's cool.
The scene involving a woman's mink coat coming to life was originally written and storyboarded for Ghostbusters 1984, where it was set on a fashion show runway.
Yep. And if you have, I'm sure it's in a couple different booklets, but if you have that old like green DVD set with that booklet, those that's definitely in there. I know for
Yeah.
sure.
I still have that.
Fuck yeah, dudes. Me too.
The pneumatic subway line that Ray finds when they lower him below the street was based on a pneumatic line built in 1870 by Alfred Beach. It operated using compressed air and was built as a demonstration of a pneumatic transit system. The 1-block-long tunnel was built prior to any other subways in the area and without any city approval. The single station had frescoes, easy chairs, statues, and a goldfish pond. The line was shut down in 1873 due to lack of official and financial support. The tunnel entrance was sealed and the station was reclaimed for other uses. In 1912, when digging for the modern subway system, workers found the original tunnel still in good condition and the remains of the passenger car. The tunnel was removed to make way for the contemporary subway lines and the car disappeared.
Damn.
So that was the real thing back then.
Shit,
That's
nice
awesome.
shit.
Ooh, let's see. In the first draft of the script, Dan Aykroyd wanted to contrast the first film's climax atop a skyscraper by making a subterranean threat. This draft followed Dana Barrett, who's kidnapped and taken to Scotland, where she discovers a fairy ring and an underground civilization. The Ghostbusters would have had to travel through an underground pneumatic tube over 2,000 miles long that would have taken 3 days to traverse. Aykroyd eventually decided that retaining the New York setting would allow for continuity and would better fit the story he wanted to tell while still allowing them to explore underground, and that his first draft was really too far out and too inaccessible.
Dude, that's crazy because I feel like they took some of that and made an RGB episode because there is definitely one.
Yeah, there's
where
one
I'm
with
pretty sure,
fairies.
I'm pretty sure where Ray like inherits a castle in Scotland.
No,
And then they all
a farmhouse.
no.
I don't think he ever.
There was
There's
a
one
castle or something because then they ended up like turning a bunch of dump trucks into a trap to get all the ghosts out or something. Maybe I'm mixing up episodes.
I don't. It's
But-
been forever since I've seen it, so I couldn't tell you.
All right.
Oh no,
anyway.
his cousin lives on a farmhouse.
I don't
There's
remember.
another one where
Oh,
he
yeah,
goes
that
back
one,
to his
yes.
hometown when he gives up ghost busting. And
Okay,
then-
yeah.
That's what you're thinking.
Yeah,
of.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, because the cartoon was so popular among children, Ivan Reitman, Dan Aykroyd, and Harold Ramis made a conscious effort to tone down the adult innuendo and behaviors from Ghostbusters. All the Ghostbusters gave up smoking, except for a few scenes where Ray has a cigar or pipe in his hand or in his mouth, and the ghosts took on appearances closer to those in the animated series rather than the more frightening effects of the first film.
Yeah, but we still got severed heads. So,
Yeah.
It's like,
and we still got, it wasn't like maybe like right on the nose innuendos, but we still got pervy jokes and shit. You know what I mean? Like
Egon's joke in the
right.
It wasn't as in your face as it was in the first one.
No, not at all. But
except for
still
the friggin' world of the psychic, like
it's still just like, I don't know, it's still there. And I feel it's still enough to where it has that like taste of it a little bit.
Venkman wasn't quite as date rapey in this one.
No.
no.
Oh, no, I still don't necessarily take that as date rapey from the first
No,
one.
I think that personally, he seems like a dude that was bringing drugs so that they both can enjoy them.
Wow, that's what I'm thinking.
That's how I took it always. And everybody's like, dude. I'm like, no, he doesn't. I was like, maybe I'm misreading it. I don't know. But anyways.
In an interview in Starlog issue 148, Peter McNichol revealed that in the first script he saw, the character of Janos Poha was a rather lackluster villain named Jason. McNichol suggested making the art restorer come from Carpathia, which is why he's an expert on the painting of Vigo. During filming, McNichol spent a lot of time in his trailer creating Janos' origin and accent, as well as a mythology for Carpathia. He even came up with his own vision for a Carpathian flag, which featured a snake stepping on a man.
Wow. I'm not going to lie, man. Little kid me that only knew this dude in this role was very thrown off when I first saw him in Ally McBeal. And I was like, wait, that wasn't his total accent? What? My whole world is a lie.
Dude,
What is that?
I felt the same way when I just recently found out. Felt the same way recently when I found out the fucking Weasley twins aren't real redheads.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
I felt lied to.
I
always-
felt the same way
I
when I
always-
saw Mandy Patinkin in fucking Criminal Minds, and he wasn't a fucking Spaniard out to look for his father's killer.
Or an alien.
Yeah.
He was an alien. Alienation.
Oh, okay.
You know what John Lovitz would say? Acting!
All right.
Okay, the poster, album cover, and many publicity photos prominently feature new, darker Ghostbuster uniforms designed by Gloria Gresham. In the finished film, the new uniforms appear briefly during the montage, and Winston wears one in the dancing toaster scene. According to the book Ghostbusters, The Ultimate Visual History by Daniel Wallace, Ivan Reitman didn't like the look of the new outfits, decided to go back to the original versions during filming.
You know what? We still got more screen time in them fucking gray suits than we did the goddamn red jackets in Frozen Empire.
Yeah, sure the fuck did.
I'm gonna bring that shit up anytime I can, dude. Because fucking A, the promotion of it is just like this. It's almost as bad, but at least we got a full scene of Winston still rocking it, so it feels more like.
At least you guys didn't pay $1,500 for those fucking
you also
jumpsuits.
No, nobody in our group
God, so many
Boom.
people bought this coast, and they're like, "Well, I don't care if
Well,
you're
you know
a
what, though?
Ghostbuster
You know what?
The other-
you'll get one."
No. So like I can't speak for everybody, but in our group specifically, we always do the Christmas parade, right? So anybody that has them, perfect. Because now they're nice and fucking toasty. And it makes sense. And I laughed because the parade usually lasts like 25 minutes. And I'm like, yo, you guys had more screen time in those goats than the fucking movie did. So fucking A.
Well, and not only that, we got a whole montage with those new suits. Pretty much
And
that
with
whole
Santa
montage.
hats. So now you just like, that's the Christmas outfit for me, dude. Like 100%.
Okay, continuing on. Vigo was based on Vlad the Impaler and Grigory Rasputin.
Oh,
see
you can
that.
see it. Yeah, definitely see.
It makes sense.
I dig it.
Like Bill Murray, Rick Moranis also admitted to being very disappointed with the final film. He was offered a chance to cameo in the reboot in 2016 and the direct sequel to this film, Afterlife, in 2021, and briefly considered coming out of his long acting hiatus to play Louis Tully again, but he ultimately declined to do so, saying his disappointment with this sequel and lack of what he thought was a good story for the later films convinced him not to reprise his role.
But yeah, he's coming back to do Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. What the fuck?
But you know, I was watching
that-
watching some press kit stuff for Ghostbusters 2 on YouTube because they have like all the press kit release shit.
Yeah.
And they were talking to him, and he was talking about how much he loves playing Lewis. He's like, and they asked him about a sequel, like, will there be a Ghostbusters 3? And he's like, it'd be awesome if there was a Ghostbusters 3, but I want a Ghostbusters TV show. Come on every day, you know, every Thursday on whatever channel he said. Like he was like really excited that he said that's how he felt that this direction should go after Ghostbusters 2 was to do a TV series.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
almost surprised we haven't gotten a live action TV series yet.
I mean, you can do anything with it. You could do
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah,
don't
'cause,
even
like,
care
dude,
if
now
the
you
guy's
just-
cameo in it or not.
No. All you would need is the cameo or a cameo in like the first episode, right?
Winston.
You set your pilot. Now you got a West Coast team. So now you got totally different people, totally different scenarios, setups, new, classic gear, but now you also start building new gear too, right? So it's just,
Yeah. It'd be endless.
I mean, I think we are getting a new cartoon per Netflix.
Yeah.
But I will
Yeah.
still wait to actually see any production shit from that. So, Chad Daddy.
The scene with the possessed fur coat was filmed outside the L.A. Bitmore Hotel, which had doubled as the Sedgwick Hotel in Ghostbusters.
Oh no shit, that's awesome.
Nice.
Oh,
I
Okay.
want to know why
Let's see. I can skip a lot of this stuff.
down Flip City.
Hold on. I can get down to like the ghosts of the Scolari brothers were based on real life criminals. The real Scolaris were robbers in the Chicago area who once robbed Harold Ramis's father. They were later captured as fugitives in Kansas City and extradited back to Chicago to stand trial for multiple charges. They were eventually convicted of multiple robberies and murder, and like their ghostly counterparts, they were executed in the electric chair.
That is fucking gnarly.
That's awesome.
that's awesome. I love that.
And also, if you still play Spirits Unleashed, both those characters are awesome in that game.
I will be on that Thursday.
I haven't
night.
played that in a minute.
Have you played the Scolari brothers since they came out?
Mm-mm.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing
Dude, when you actually play their mission, you have to bust them both. And I'm like, oh my God. Start giving me shit like that where you gotta like go up against two ghosts.
I haven't played the game since they had the damn Halloween.
Oh wow.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a minute
That's
then.
probably the last time I played.
Fair enough. Sweet.
Okay. Okay, the ghost of the jogger that gets captured during the music montage was actually a separate scene entirely, where the Ghostbusters sit in the park watching him run laps. As he's about to finish, Stan zaps him into the trap and then runs to pick it up. Venkman walks up to him holding a stopwatch, and he says he finished the last lap in 6 minutes. Ray says if he weren't dead, he'd be an Olympic prospect.
See, I feel like that would have been kind of funny. They should have left that.
A subway scene was cut from the chaos montage after the woman's fur coat comes to life. In the scene, the subway jerks to a halt and the conductor informs the passengers that there are technical difficulties. On the subway track, two attendants confront a large frog-like monster with an enormous tongue. This was meant to be one of the more frightening scenes in the film, but after takes with the two baffled attendants turned out too funny, the scene was cut.
Damn. If I'm not mistaken,
We
the frog kind of looked like a way scarier version of the older brother in Weird Science when he turns into that frog thing at the end. It's kind of like that, but like just I think it had bigger teeth and shit like that. But yeah.
Nice. By Lewis to capture Slimer. The first involved several Kentucky Fried Chicken legs strung up to the firehouse ceiling. Slimer comes out and grabs the leg. Yeah. Slimer comes out and grabs a leg, and Lewis pushes the button for the trap. The light comes out, but Slimer floats out of the way, and the ceiling collapses, falling on Lewis's desk. The second attempt involves Lewis carrying a proton pack and faking a pizza delivery. Slimer floats down from the ceiling, and Lewis tries to shoot him with the proton pack. Slimer flies away, and the beam flies towards Janine, carrying a stack of files, who casually steps aside of the beam.
See, we need all that. We need that. That would have just made that side story that much better.
Yeah.
Dude, this subway frog is fucking horrifying.
Isn't it? It's awesome, dude.
I gotta look up.
I wish they actually kept it.
A scene before the Statue of Liberty attack where Venkman tries to get the ectoplasm to break itself open by singing. He asks a group of firefighters outside the museum if they know Kumbaya. Several raise their hands, and Venkman has them line up and join hands. He joins them, and they all start to sing. Meanwhile, Ray watches the ectoplasm through goggles and sees a crack smaller than the eye of a needle. Venkman gets annoyed and walks off, yelling the Vienna Boys Choir couldn't get this thing open.
I mean, do we need a musical
that
number?
thing is ugly.
Nice.
Little Shin Godzilla face style.
Yeah, kind of. After the Ghostbusters visit the museum and inspect the painting, Ray falls under Vigo's hypnotic gaze and goes crazy through the streets, running a red light and nearly killing four of them. Sorry, I'm going through deleted scenes now. Winston finally manages to gain control, and the ectomobile runs into a tree. Peter remarks to Egon to watch Ray and not let him shave by himself. The scene was cut, but the shot of the ectomobile running the red light is in the montage. Okay, and here's my last bit. So, Methacel, a vegetable-based gel, was used to create the slime. Food coloring was added. The colors included green to match Slimer and blue. Physical effects supervisor Chuck Gaspar mocked up differently colored batches, and Reitman settled on pink. The film required approximately 100,000 gallons of slime. Force cement mixers were kept on site to mix fresh batches daily because it deteriorated quickly. Mica dust and mineral oil were added for the river of slime. The dust added depth to the river, while the oil created varying shapes on its surface.
Oh, that's why it always looks so like nasty every time they show the close-ups, and it's just like, oh, so that's awesome.
So I saw this lady on TikTok. She had one of those like squishy stress ball things, and she cut it open and poured it out, and it looked like the pink slime, same consistency, same color. I need to find one of those balls so I can cut it open and put it in like a little jar and just add it to my shelf back here.
So you know what I've done before is you literally can just get clear soap or just get some pink soap from the dollar store, dude. And I think, what the hell did I throw in there to just solidify it up? But yeah, then you just get a light underneath it, dude, to illuminate it. It looks fucking awesome. Nice. But if you want, dude in our group, he actually came up with a little aerator system, so he actually can just sit there and have it fucking churn bubbles.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah,
that's cool.
All righty, is that it, Chad Eddie?
That's it.
All righty, I know we're cutting it really fucking close here. So, what format did we all watch this on?
On demand.
I watched it on Amazon. I had bought the 4K on Amazon a long time ago because I could not find my damn Blu-rays.
Didn't you have the trap Blu-rays with all of them in there?
No.
Oh.
No, I wanted to get it, but I never got it.
Yeah, I never got that either. I watched it on the 4K disc, hard copy.
And I watched it on Blu-ray.
Same.
All right.
Hey.
So that takes us to douche of the film.
The mayor's assistant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mayor's
Judge.
assistant.
Ooh,
Oh.
Judge was a dick.
Yeah, he was a
Judge was
dick, but he had a
worse.
change of heart. He had
He
a change
did.
of heart,
He actually had
and
a
he
change of
wasn't a
heart.
dick to them as long as the fucking mayor's assistant was. The mayor's assistant had them fucking committed.
I still want to get the judge
Yeah.
wanted to have them burned at the stake.
That's true.
Without permits and shit. I understand where the judge is coming
I'm
from.
going mayor's assistant.
I'm
At the-
sticking with the judge.
That judge, the mayor's assistant, I can understand. He's a sleazeball from some other city, so maybe he just.
Yeah, he's
But
a
that ju-
bureaucrat. He's a
that
bureaucrat.
judge should have been in that city 5 years prior. He should know what they fucking did. You know what I mean? Like, so the claim. And I understand there's a lot of people that would still be like, even if it did happen, they'd be like, fake it. It's fake. That didn't happen. Blah blah blah. But ooh, Chad Daddy, that's a good boomerang there. I like that.
I'm gonna stick with that. The judge was always an asshole to me. I get it. The mayor's aide was a dick,
I think I'm
But
gonna
he
have to go.
thought but he
don't know.
thought that he was really doing what was best for the city. The mayor
Yeah,
was
but
just
he had
an
a-
asshole.
I mean, the judge.
Oh yeah, the judge. Sorry, the judge. The judge was an asshole. He just
The mayor's
I
kind of
would
an
like-
asshole, but he's not an asshole to the Ghostbusters. He's just like, dude, I'm the fucking mayor, and I got way too much shit to fucking deal with. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and the mayor was more concerned with getting ready to run for a governor
Right.
election.
So
oh wait. I meant gubernatorial.
there you go. Ooh,
Little Deadpool.
I do like that though, but I think I'm gonna have to still go with the assistant for myself. Favorite? Oh, that's a new one. Favorite Ghostbuster?
Oh, right.
Oh. For me, then this one it's Ray. I love
Ray.
Winston in the first one. I like Ray in this one a little better.
I gotta go Winston in this one, dude. I think Winston got a little bit more screen time, and this one sets the good dynamic.
He
for
might have
him
got
and
more
Ray.
He might have got more screen time in this one, but the scenes that he had in the first one had more weight to them.
He had better like one-liners in the first one, I feel, because he was definitely because he was the blue collar man on the new job, right? So
Yeah.
like yeah. This one not so much. He's already seasoned, like Bob said before.
I'm going Lewis.
I was wondering if somebody was gonna say Lewis. Nice. All right.
Bobby, did you pick one?
Yeah, I said Ray. I said Ray.
Okay.
We don't even have a kill. I don't think we could really.
That's
we go
why I
favorite-
added
Can we get a favorite ghost?
Sure.
Let's do favorite ghost.
Oh,
Titanic.
Oh, okay.
The Titanic.
I'm going Scolari Brothers.
Ooh, man, it's a tie. Who's toss up? I don't know. I always like that big fucking creature at the arch, dude.
I'm with you on that. I wanted to know more
That
about
one-
that thing.
Yeah, that thing. Why is it so big?
Yeah. What is
the
it?
fuck
Is it a dinosaur ghost or something? What the?
Hold
yeah.
on. And who stopped it? Where did
Right,
it
yeah,
go?
seriously.
Where
What
the fuck
fuck-
did that shit go?
Yeah.
dude? Like,
What chaos
Yeah.
did that cause?
Yeah,
Because
I
we
wanna know
know
what
they
happened
weren't
with
going
that
after
thing.
that.
Yeah, I definitely got to go with that one, dude, because that was plus its jaw, the way it fucking like kind of unhinged, like Sarlacc style or some shit. Awesome. All right, best scene. This is a tough one.
Oh,
I want to say I
all
want
right.
to.
I
I
got
want
a
to say
fir-
the courtroom scene,
That's
but I'm
kinda where
actually
I'm leaning on it myself.
I'm leaning more towards the subway scene.
with the three of them, right?
Yeah, with the three of them, the severed heads and the ghost chain.
That's fair because
That was straight up horror right there.
That's kind of my tie, bro. That's weird that you said both of those because they give both completely different feelings, but
They do.
They're
All
both
right. Well, I'm doing a first and a second.
like okay.
First is the courtroom scene for me. I will not deny that. My second is when they arrive at the museum up until Lady Liberty cracks the window and they go in.
Okay. So almost like the third act, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like the lead up to the. Okay.
Yeah. I mean the whole movie, but those two.
I don't know, man. That courtroom scene always just, especially as a kid, dude. Like you're just like, yeah, that's the fucking moment, dude. You know, like.
I'm
But I
gonna
don't
go
know, man, that-
montage. The first
What-
montage.
I was gonna say which
Excellent.
montage.
The first montage.
So the
Excellent
we're back, man.
Yeah, the we're
montage.
back
Okay.
montage. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we get some new gear, some new suits, new
Because
songs.
that gets me hype. The court, don't get me wrong, courtroom scene gets me hype.
It's the
But
song.
that montage and the song.
Yeah, dude.
and
You
that
get Run
whole-
DMC going,
yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Yeah, that's a man. I think I'm gonna do a courtroom scene. It's just the easiest one to say. It feels kind of almost like a cop out though, but it's like
But it's
I don't know.
hard.
It is. Because I really like the subway scene too, because like Chad Daddy said, man, it's straight up horror.
Mhm.
It's the most horrific part of this whole movie, probably. All right. Worst moment or scene? I don't have one. I don't even.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm gonna say the scenes with Slimer only because of how much of that was cut out. We wanted more. We needed more.
We could have had more, and we did have more. We should have got it. I mean, that wouldn't be the worst, but I would say it's probably the most like not needed for sure. But
I don't have a worst, and I'm going to stick with that.
did the opening scene hook you in?
Oh, fuck you.
Yes.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Get a baby running through traffic. Invisible force. Fuck yeah. Okay, that takes us to most attractive character.
Dana's
Really?
nanny.
I'm going
Janine.
with Dana.
I'm saying Janine, but the female attorney is a close runner-up.
See,
She's
that's
cute.
who I was thinking. Because
She
I
was
was
cute.
thinking, I say,
But the nanny
See, I
was
look at her,
cute.
but I look at her.
The nanny
I
was
look at
cute
that
as
as-
shit.
She
That's
was,
why-
but that attorney was a Dana ripoff. Same hair and everything.
what is it though? Like, whatever it is, dude, for some reason, if you ever call a woman kitten, they do not like it. Just say it if you ever want to use that to just your advantage or disadvantage. Just
Just don't do it. Just don't do
Yeah.
it.
or do it. See if you want to just, if you want to have fun that afternoon. Listen here, kitten. Excuse me.
Listen here, kid.
I'm gonna do it to Melvin.
Yeah, I was
when
gonna say
get over.
I see Steve doing it the first out of anybody. Like I'm gonna
Hey,
fucking
kitten.
do it.
I'll record it and be like, "Look at here, kitten. What are you making for dinner?"
Yeah, but you know what? Mel might be.
Oh, that's the
opposite.
worst
Mel
way
will
to
be
pair it up. Oh God.
We'll see.
Next
You
thing you know,
dare
we
me?
get a
You
text.
dare me?
from
You
John's
dare
in the
me?
hospital.
I do.
I definitely dare.
I'll do it as long as all three of y'all do it at some point. Too.
I will
I'll
pitch
do it
in
right
and pay for your
now.
dentist bill when she slaps the teeth out of your mouth.
You can't. You got to do it when she least expects it, Bobby. You got to catch her off guard with it.
Yeah, you can't do it right now while we're talking about it. Like, give it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. All right. Oh man, did the score set the mood? Fuck yeah,
Yes,
dude.
fuck
Of
yeah,
course
dude.
it did.
Not as good as the original, but it's still pretty solid.
No, I think this one actually has a more of the soundtrack presence than necessarily the score. The score is still there for sure.
The
Yeah.
score's more upbeat than the Bernstein score we got for the first one.
Yeah,
It's
that one
very
was
broad.
more melodic, I should say, and yeah.
See, I actually feel this
Weird.
one's more melodic than the first. There's a lot more.
No.
No, that first one, man. If
That
you
first-
listen to the score of the first one, dude, especially like Dana's theme and stuff like that, there's very just
That's been amazing.
I don't even know how to say like not wispy, but like just almost very fantasy kind of. But
Yeah.
then it when you start getting into the weird like where it starts doing like the weird like it's not like an oboe, but it that's all I could think of is like where you're going up and down, and it starts getting like those like lower like tones and
Yes.
gets into the creepier parts. But
It's been a hot minute.
that takes us to, and I think this might be the hardest question for myself today, best song.
Oh,
Is it the one with Bobby
No.
Brown or the other one with Bobby Brown?
I'm going for On Our Own. I stand by it.
I am going for On Our Own because it gets me hype as fuck every time, and I've done it on karaoke, dressed up as a Ghostbuster, and it is.
I
fucking
want
awesome.
to. I wish I could say Flip City because I really like that one. But
That one's good too.
It's on our
Yeah.
own. It has to be. Like I just giggled with glee when it would randomly pop up on the radio driving around in fucking Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
So I
do love Run DMC though. Oh,
I think I'm gonna go. I'm tied between either Run DMC's Ghostbusters and like the OG on the CD version or on the like actual soundtrack
Yeah.
version, not that weird one, or Dougie Fresh's Spirit, man.
Oh,
That's a
Like
Ooh.
I fucking
great song.
love that because that's one of those ones that like it's not a hard song by any means, but the way he sings it and like does it, it's like the fucking rap song at the end of Ninja Turtles, dude. TMNT Power. Like that shouldn't go as hard as it does, but it does. You know what I mean? Like,
Fun fact, you know what Dougie Fresh is doing now?
I don't.
He's a fucking American Ninja Warrior.
That's awesome.
Oh, fucking awesome.
That's
that's
awesome.
cool.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to look up for his shit. All right.
I want to
sweet.
see a training montage with him to Spirit.
Oh, there you go.
Newfound latest lady. All right. That takes us to favorite character.
Oh,
So we go favorite character that's not a Ghostbuster?
I almost feel like you have to. Which
favorite character that's not a Ghostbuster.
Oh,
You
the
can't-
guy,
Go ahead.
the guy who recognizes Venkman inside the museum. Hey, we're over the sidekick. You're one of my two favorite
It's my
shows.
second favorite show. What was
How
the first?
great!
Best
How
Masters.
great is that scene?
Bassmasters.
How great is that scene? How offended Venkman got when he said his other favorite show was
Bassmasters.
Bassmasters.
He
Fishing
used to be
show.
one of my two
Yeah,
favorite
I know
shows.
Bassmasters.
Hey, yeah, what's the other one? Bassmasters. It's a fishing
Yeah, that's a good one, Bob. That's a real good one. Oh man.
I'm going Cheech.
Mm.
Doc Worker Cheech.
I gotta go. I have to agree. I have to agree.
Better late than never.
Oh, you
Oh man.
That or
I-
Bobby Brown is the
Bobby
mayor's
Brown.
fucking Mater D or whatever you want to
Guy.
call him.
Oh yeah, dude.
Doorman.
True.
The doorman.
You guys got
Doorman.
one of the proton
Doorman,
packs?
yeah.
My kid brother really wants one. Proton packs. Not a toy.
Protopack's not a toy. Yeah, I guess he's
I guess
right.
he's right. We are all right. I guess he's right.
Favorite side character. Man, I might just have to go with Cheech Marin as well. I was gonna say the officer that takes the call for the Titanic just because he has those perfect old man super black eyebrows.
I was thinking the same thing. It's like, yo,
Like it's a
his
very stereotypical old man look, dude. But he
The
rocks it.
lieutenant or whatever he was talking to when he took the call that had his back to the camera, was that the same cop that busted him in the beginning?
No,
Because it sounded like him.
no. It sounded like
Are
it,
you
but
sure?
it's not.
There's that other guy there's that other guy who
100%
says like
sure.
one line, and he's been in other movies we've seen before. And I can't think of his name right now. That's not who you're talking about, right?
No.
Okay. All right. So that takes us to, was it scary? You know what? As a
There were
kid,
some things.
Yeah.
there were some
Some parts-
moments that were definitely like creeped me out. So
Some,
If they would have left that horrifying
Yeah,
looking
some scenes
frog
had some
thing,
good-
that could have
that could have been
been-
awesome.
yeah.
that would have been great.
All right. And let's see. Does it hold up today? Well, for
Yep.
me, yes.
This movie holds
Well,
up
yeah,
better
I mean,
today than
it still looks
2016 holds up today.
Dude, how crazy is that movie is going to be in not even
10 years
in
old.
a year? It's going to be 10 years old already. It's
Yeah.
like,
I know that's fucking crazy.
how is
And
the
we're
acting?
still shitting on that movie. Almost 10 years later.
How is the acting?
It's pretty
Solid.
good.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
solid.
good. It did what it needed
Yeah.
to do.
Hey,
Cinematography. You know what? Now that I know that shot is a stolen shot from the Blob, I fucking love that. I mean, I always liked it coming up when it's creeping up like that, but now it's even better to me. But yeah, cinematography, I would say it was solid, dude.
Yeah.
Ghost looks great,
solid. Absolutely.
I still
Some
say the
great
Ghost-
shots.
and all the supernatural shit looks cooler in these older movies than it does in newer shit.
Yep.
Mhm.
And it's
And
it's the digital, man. The digital just like it just takes away that like level.
It polishes
Yeah,
it up
like it
too
just
much.
takes away like that level of
It
like
does. It really does.
believability or realism or
Mhm.
something. Like I don't know how to even say it. It's just, and I also think it's because we film on digital. I think not actually being on film also hurts it, but that's a whole different discussion.
Yeah.
I don't say that. I
You're
say
not
that.
even the first person
I
I've heard
think-
say
yeah,
that.
I
So
agree with that.
No, dude, I think listen, dude, I know we all love our 4K and everything, man, but sometimes I don't like new movies because of like what they are. You know what I mean? It's like, no, man, I'd rather have something that had like real time. Like not that it's not real time, but you know what I mean. All right, that takes us to premise. Well, it's the first
fucking
one
great
all over
movie.
again, just coming back. So yes,
It's Ghostbusters. Yes.
yeah, dude, absolutely. And climax, was it satisfying? Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, we just wish the fight would have been longer.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a little bit more of like Ray fucking with him or something like that once he's possessed, right?
Yeah.
A little something.
Like I tell
once again-
Mel, you get what you get.
That's
and you
right.
Don't throw a fit.
That's right. 2-minute winner. All right. Recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot. Clearly,
Rewind.
Rewind, yeah.
Rewind, and if possible, give us an extended cut, but that's never going to happen.
No, never.
It'd be great if we
All
could.
All right, let's rate this bitch. Brody started us off with a 3.8. Bobby,
I'm going to go a 4.8 because I want a little bit more and I want an extended cut, but 4.8.
all right. Scuba,
Based on sheer nostalgia, I have to give it a 5.
fair enough. Chad Daddy,
4.5 for me.
4.5. And I feel like I gave the first one a 5. I feel like I gotta give this one a 4.9. Just because we should have had those Lewis and Slimer scenes
Yes, we definitely.
added in, would have gave us much more. That gives us a total of 4.6. All right.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Very good.
So 4.6 for Ghostbusters 2 from 1989. And that, gentlemen, closes out our year of 2024 review.
Here's the 20.
Woohoo!
Guys, the 2024 book is officially closed.
Close.
Oh,
Wow, we did it.
Damn.
2025.
Let's
2025.
go, baby.
All right. So this is, I think, probably the last thing we should do, seeing we're at our 2-hour mark. But Chad Daddy, what are we covering next week in the new year, buddy?
Next week is one that we've toyed around with for a couple years of throwing on here, and it's a Scuba Steve pick. The official start of the MCU now that it's canon. We're watching Blade.
Wait,
Oh,
Wait.
Blade.
is it or is Howard the Duck?
I thought he was retired.
No. I
Retarded.
thought he was retired. Yes,
All right.
Retired.
So get some sweet 1997 fucking Blade up in this. Oh man,
Dude, that movie's
love
been
that
running.
movie.
That movie's been
Wesley
running nonstop lately on fucking Pluto TV on their one channel.
really?
Sweet.
Cool. Fucking A. All right. Well, boys, I think that was a fantastic episode.
Absolutely.
I don't think we should probably do nerd.
Nah, we're already.
I don't think we even
fucking
have
for
it.
2 hours.
week.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, we're good. All right, Bob,
I'm
start us off, brother.
Bobby Amon saying, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We will see you next week with Blade. Enjoy the new year. Don't get too fucked up. If you see you in the new year.
This is your host with the ghost, Prince of the Paranormal, Lord Scuba Copper, saying, have a very, very, very happy new year. But more importantly, be safe. If you drink, do not drive. Call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a taxi. Save your life, save somebody else's life. I'll see you next year.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! I can't top that. Hell yeah.
Yes.
This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, way down yonder in Chattahoochee, saying join us next week for Blade, and yeah, Happy New Year.
And I'm Not So Mean Fluff Master Supreme saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. Hope you guys have had a fantastic year. Be safe bringing in the new year. And guess we'll catch you in 2025. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Be gone, slimy penis.
And you don't want us.